welcome back to another episode of My Singing Monsters Live.
So do I roll a new number?
Yeah.
No more Pummel start.
It's fine, we can talk about them next.
Here, I don't want to be doing that, so someone else has to just check the live stream for me, tell me if anything's going right and anything's going wrong, people show up and all that.
You have to send the link.
Oh, okay. Also,
stop screen sharing to Discord.
Oh, entirely? I was gonna just switch to the thing.
Well, I can just watch the YouTube live stream.
Oh, okay. Alright.
How many monsters are on continent? Also, you can start in like 1 minute if you haven't yet.
Oh, I already clicked start.
Oh, well, how many monsters are on continent?
There's, 57.
57. Generate number between 1 and 57. Do I just count from the tier list? Alright, yeah.
It's gonna be like
turn the music down.
Welcome back to My Singing Monsters.
Yep. Yeah. So then once we do that, we can start, and then you can send the link to like your chat and stuff.
Yeah. 11, 14.
My Singing. Dude, I already know which monster it is. It's Ease. This is Toby.
Okay, guys.
Did we get Wink?
Guys.
Did we get Wink?
Guys. This is continent YSM. Instead of a regular ranking, we're going to be doing a tier list. Because there are so many monsters on this island, they all have so many different impactful moments that a tier list seems fitting. And as always, we do a random number generator to decide which monster to talk about first, simply to get the ball rolling. And this time, it's a very special case, because the random number generator landed on a very, very important monster to talk about. Hey guys, hey Ryan, hey Aved, what is your opinion on Dawn of Fire Continent T-rox?
I don't know if I haven't prepared myself mentally to get to this yet, but he's the fucking worst monster on the island, and he is the straw that broke the camel's back. He is the moment Dawn of Fire became shit quality.
We're ripping off the Band-Aid early.
like fucking, it is so low quality in every single aspect. Its entire existence was a mistake. Genuinely, every developer involved should actually be ashamed of what of this. Okay. Design-wise, I guess I can't blame the designers that much, because it's just like a cute little whatever T-Rex. What else?
Oh wait, hold on. Listen, it should be stated for chat. We love T-rox. Like, we love T-rox on every other island. It is just purely this island because of its sound font.
And Party.
And Party, to a lesser degree.
Okay.
Because Party is just less.
So, first of all, T-rox's percussion is genuinely one of the most iconic... it is the most iconic drum in all of MSM. There's no question. The do. It's like the most iconic piece of percussion. It's more iconic than Noggin, in my opinion, because it's better than Noggin. It's so iconic. And this fucking bastardization of T-rox, it's just, they completely remove all semblance of quality and just make it the most basic garage band drum kit ever. It was released on its own. It was like the third monster in the worst era of Dawn of Fire, where it was a bunch of solo releases rather than just the cool double release format they had. It sounds bad. Its composition is boring. If you just like compare, it's like it's not terrible, but it adds no substance. It adds no flavor. It just adds background noise. And then like, if you like, I can understand people might think that I'm being a little too harsh on it, being like, oh, I'm sure the developers tried, oh, it's okay, this is okay, this monster's fine, they tried their hardest. I genuinely believe they didn't, because fun fact, when the monster came out, guess what fucking happened? There was a fucking glitch where they were too lazy to even code in nicknames. So if you placed down a baby T-rox, you got either the nickname New Monster or T-rox. Also, wait. So it's just like, it isn't the worst sound on the island, far from it. It's not even that bad of a sound. It's about what it means and what it does. It's the proof that Dawn of Fire's soon to, it's like taking what was once, in my opinion, the best island in the game and slowly turning it into nothing but mush. And T-rox was the monster that, like, fittingly enough, he's the one who started squashing those grapes. It's just, yeah.
In a vacuum, though, taking the song at, like, face value, it's, like, meh. The only interesting thing is how it plays he plays his second percussion track once and then goes back to the first percussion track in the, Glowl verse.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just two tracks, like, I think the issue with T-rox in the vacuum of the song is that Drummidary just does its job but louder.
Yeah, in a vacuum, it's at best like C tier. But if you consider all of the implications of T-rox and how indicative it is of Dawn of Fire's quality as the continent song and the entire game as a whole, like.
Plus, you gotta compare T-rox to other T-roxes, and you compare continent T-rox to tribal island T-rox.
Tribal is like peak T-rox. So yeah, no, it's like if there was an F tier, I would want to give it to this, but luckily there isn't, so it gets deeper
at the
now.
moment.
So anyways, here's the fun part about why some continent. Usually what happens is we pick a random number, and then from there we just randomly decide what to pick next, just on our own. But you guys, you get to help us this time. So in chat, let us know who you want to go, and we'll just pick from you guys, and then we'll talk about that monster.
Yeah, so say in chat what monster you want us to talk about next. It could be a good monster, it could be a bad one.
I think T-rox is a nice, like, starting point, because it's another one of those cases that we'll have a lot throughout this live stream where it's just, oh, it's average nothing percussion monster number 75, because I can think of like 17 percussion monsters that have to exist that are just average nothing percussion monster number 75.
Yeah, but again, they are monsters. There's more to it than just that. So, like, for example, actually, no, I'm not going to get into it, but I can think of an example that should classify as that, but has other aspects that makes it above and beyond, in my opinion.
Okay, I've seen... Alright, so I think I know what people want us to talk about. I've seen like 17 dromedaries.
Dude!
Okay, hot take. Drumidary's the actual worst monster on continent, and the actual...
Hot take. I like Dromedary.
Hot take. I don't give a goddamn about this monster.
It's just... I guess it's not about continent per se, it's just in general. I've always viewed Dromedary as the worst monster in Dawn of Fire.
I mean, Incisaur.
Incisaur has a good design.
Oh, fair.
Listen, Drummidary, this is the fun part about Continent, because no monster is necessarily completely negative. It's just Drummidary is the one that doesn't have the most positives.
Yeah, the biggest issue with Drummidary is just he's so loud.
Loud. Yeah. This is like the, because I always say, we should take monsters at face value, like, as they were intended to sound, and hold on. And the same goes with islands. Like, if an island sounds goated, time machine up, that wasn't how it was intended to sound, as shown by things like freaking soundtracks and stuff, whatever. Drummidary is the one exception for that, because I do honestly feel like it's not supposed to be this loud, and if you turn it down, it's amazing.
Listen, here's the thing. You say that, but it's not like, it's not like, what's it called? There's been, it's like, they've had years to fix it. They could have fixed it. And you can't say they wouldn't have fixed it, because they literally fixed it with like 3 other monsters in the past.
Drummidary was beta Pummel? Is that true?
Drummidary was what?
Beta Pummel.
There's a theory on that, because that old memory game sound had a thing like that, but like, meh. I don't think beta stuff really pertains to YSM, but that is an interesting theory.
Yeah, I was just curious if it was like an actual thing or not.
I don't know.
Listen, I don't expect to get Drummidary high because I recognize that it's not a great monster. I just have a personal bias because Taiko drums are awesome. Like, I'll take a C tier, or like a top of D tier. Bottom C, top D.
I don't know. I just don't think Drummidary is that interesting and adds anything that of value, and considering the fact he's a quint, that's just a kind of just a disappointment of a monster. I'll give him C for now, and we'll obviously readjust if we need to. All right, so what's up next, chat? Let's keep this rolling. We don't need too much wait time between.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the first monster I see in chat. Kayna.
Trolling. Kayna
is iconic.
Kayna's awesome.
It is the main melody of its verse. Its verse is like best verse in the song. It's hard to get much better than that. My only question is S or SS+. That's the only hard part about Kayna.
Okay, so here's the thing. There is a lot of monsters on this island, and I feel like if we put Kayna in SS+, it's not going to stack up compared to the later ones.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That and this Kayna is like, it's a good Kayna, but there are better Kaynas.
Yeah.
So not to say that this is goated, like...
I mean, listen, you say there's better Kaynas, but like, who even?
Cave.
No.
What are you talking about, Abed?
Cave Kayna would be good. I'm not saying it's bad, but like, Cave Island
White
Kayna...
Island.
Okay.
White Island Kayna, Abed. It plays the whole song.
Yeah, guess what? You know what else plays the whole song? Wubox's idle animation, and I don't see us putting Wubox in S tier.
You know, that actually makes a point. We went through like 17 Wuboxes without once mentioning the idle animation.
Well,
yeah, no, that's not true. On Water Island podcast, I did.
Oh yeah, you said how whatever. Kayna.
Listen, okay.
There's better things than Kayna.
X just said in chat, Ryan, stop talking.
Okay, I agree there's better things than Kayna, but I do disagree that Cave Island is better than Continent. Because Continent, it's the main melody of the best verse. Cave Island, it's a good melody in a verse with 40 other good melody vocal monsters.
Hey, what about bonus?
what about Bone Island? I mean, Bone Island's also good, I guess, but I mean yeah, that's a decent comparison. But anyway, I don't know. Okay, yeah, S is good, and definitely S tier at least. Kayna sounds really good. It has a cool melody. It's a full like 8-bar phrase, I think. Just like two hats. It's like very cool soundings. So what's next?
Next, I'm gonna see the Yelmut. Oh,
Dude, we're knocking out the heavy ones first.
I remember Yelmut was first released, and for like a week, it was. I think Yelmut released around the time. No, because I started playing like when Dawn of Fire came out. But Yelmut was released around the time where I like seriously got into the game, and it was my favorite monster for like 2 weeks before I saw Wisp.
I see. That's interesting to know. I remember exactly when Yelmut came out because let me see. It was in February, I believe, like the 26th, and it was a very funny day because it was the Yelmut and Dandidoo update, and I remember Mopsy went in the game, bred a Dandidoo, the game crashed. Everyone's game crashed. The game was unplayable for like 8 hours, and we were just It was Mopsy was like, at least I got my Dandidoo, and genuinely, by the time Dawn of Fire was up again, the Dandidoo was ready to move on to the hatchery. So that was a fun little misadventure of BBB completely destroying the game accidentally. And that was also during the era where it would genuinely take days before the update would come to Android. So that was just a fun time all around. But
oh my god, I forgot. Yelmut was during the time when they would like tease the monster designs with cave paintings for nickname contests.
yeah.
I miss those days.
They brought it back kind of with Bisonorus and Incisaur, but like not really.
Yeah, but did they do it with Tiawa? That thing just came out.
Yeah. But anyways, Yelmut is a very good monster. Its two tracks are very iconic in both parts. Its duet with Growl is like genuinely absolutely amazing. And its whole like thing of just playing it's a good melody in the flower verse. It's just all around a lot going on and a lot of good stuff going on.
It also duets really well with Thrumble. Like that's a weird thing to mention, but they're like, you think about those two and they're very similar, and the fact that like it just kind of amplifies both of them.
Yeah.
Definitely stay here.
It's interesting how a monster whose sole purpose in life is to be very loud and screech at the top of its lungs is actually really well mixed into the song.
Yeah.
That's how Continent was up until like May 2017. But yeah, no, to argue that Yelmut is a below A tier is a fool's argument.
Yeah. He's essential to the song.
Yeah, I definitely think Kayna is better than him just because her melodies I think just sounds better and it's just more essential to the song. But I could either see top of A or bottom of like behind Kayna in S.
I would say S. It does a lot.
Yeah. But a lot of monsters do a lot on this island. So next up, who's on the fray?
Yeah, who's up? I think Ziggy wants us to do Phangler.
Bro! We've had a vocal streak going on here.
So this is going to be our first SS+.
Yeah.
Phangler on the continent is my favorite monster of all time. Like, it used to be Cybop because I I have explicit memories of my experience with both of them. I remember with Cybop on Air Island, I was visiting randomly through top islands, and I saw an Air Island for the first time ever, and it was just a Cybop next to a Toe Jammer. So it was just them duetting, and it was like the most amazing thing ever, and I fell in love instantly. And then afterwards, I remember it was when Dawnfire was out, but not out on Android yet. But MSM Pokegamer was like brand new, tiny little guy, close friend of mine at the time, and he was uploading videos on the continent, and I was with my dad in my car because he was going out to do a job, and on top of the job, he was also going to pick up a treadmill, and it was like 8 p.m. at night, like just late out at night. In the middle of the end of fall, and it was just a nice day. I borrowed my dad's phone when he was doing something. I found the new video that had Phangler. The phone was quiet, so I held it up to my the speaker directly up to my ear and listened, and it was the first time I found music to be truly beautiful just hearing Phangler. It was such a confound experience for me, and it lives in my memory forever. And I don't think it's genuinely, there are times where Phangler on continent can bring tears to my eyes. It is the best sound of all time. It is my favorite monster. It's so perfect in every way. There's no way you could ever be usurped.
Phangler can change a man.
Phangler literally changed a man. Plus, you got it, the island, when Phangler was in the game when the game first released, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If I remember correctly. So, Phangler, for some reason, throughout all of the updates, Phangler just kind of duets with everything that was added.
Yeah, no, because he's the main melody of that verse.
No, but it's nothing else ever tries to, take that from him. It's BBB new.
He does get kind of buried now from how many different things are just kind of loud. But
well, yeah, but that's mostly in the second half of that verse.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's so cool. It's so complex. It is it's the whole 2 tracks with. It's they don't do that a lot in MSM where they have a second track that's just the continuation of the bar in the second, and changing up the second half of the track just so it's something new and different and interesting. They don't do that often, but when they do, it's just so that's almost entirely all continent is too. So it's just falling in love with Phangler is also what made me fall in love with continent. I think if I had to pick a favorite island, it would have to be continent, because it's just everything is so perfect with it, except the things that aren't.
Everything was perfect for it, but for a couple years after continent was released. A year? Okay.
A year and a half.
Alright. Who should be next? Oh, well, I already see Fwog.
Wow. Fwog,
Fwog
is very, very minimal in this song. But, I think Fwog does good as minimalism. It's designed as a very clever way of doing the whole tadpole thing. It's a really good idea for a base game monster just to really show that they're babies, and showing gimmicks like that. And it does have 2 tracks, which is commendable. So it sounds decent. It's a good addition. I wouldn't want the song without it.
I think Fwog does Fwog things, and Fwog do good at doing Fwog things, so it's a good Fwog.
Yeah, this is the Fwog special. It do what it's good at, and it'll do it great. I would say A.
Alright. I can give it an A. Honestly, it's also kind of a predecessor for Bone Island Fwog, which is peak.
Yeah.
That's literally the same road.
Wow. Alright. That's, we didn't have a lot to say about Fwog, but that's because there's not a lot you gotta say about Fwog. It does what it does, and it does it well.
Yeah, it's an essential.
Oh my god, people really want Scups. I keep seeing Scups spammed.
Ooh.
Scups isn't bad.
It's not good. It's not bad. It just exists. It's like the most nothing thing on this island.
It is a disappointment compared to other Scups, because other Scups are some of the most interesting percussive lines ever, and this one is a lot more simplistic in comparison. It's a charming design. It's hard to make Scups not charming because it's such a charming idea.
Its animations are awful.
Its animations are not amazing, but like they don't make me want to vomit like certain other newest monster added to the game. So, like, it's not that bad. I wouldn't call Scups a bad monster. I feel like he's the epitome of C tier. Scups isn't bad on his own. I think it's more so he is part of Continent's biggest issue, which is drowning out the song with half-decent, okay stuff. And when you get like a good 10 of those, it makes it so it muddies up the usually amazingly well put together song.
Scups is one of the only monsters where I genuinely have to listen to the island and like look at the video to tell where it's playing. Like, cause like if you just tell me, if you hold a gun to my head and say where does Scups play in Continent, I'm a dead man.
I think it's easy because it's Kaynaverse.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what if it played after that?
But I don't know what it does. I don't really remember its melody that well because it's not a melody, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, don't spam monsters, guys. It's just... I'm not gonna pick monsters that are getting spammed. First monster I saw was Incisaur.
Incisaur is exact same case as Scups. However, due to I do think that he is more interesting because the Vibra Slap is more minimal, yet also like more impactful, and you can also do it lesser, and it's more, you can tell where it plays more just because of the fact that you can actually hear it. It's like a tring. However, that being said, I do think its placements are kind of like not that great because it's just kind of like a bit constant and then it stops for the rest of the song. And if it was just like more thinly spread out, just a little hit here and there to accentuate things, I would have appreciated it more. And I do think it's a really good design too, in my opinion. I feel like it's either C tier or honestly I could see the argument for low B because I can see it being a good monster and I can see its potential. The potential's right there.
I'd say B, because it's like it doesn't do anything bad, and it's like I appreciate it. It's actually really well mixed into the song, and its track is like I don't know. Incisaur on Continent, yeah, its placements could be better, but it's just charming. It's a charming instrument to add to a playful song like Continent, and it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
I like Incisaur on Continent. Which is weird, because I think people were probably expecting us to not like Incisaur because of the absolute vitriol we threw at it on Cloud.
I mean, bad on one island doesn't mean bad on another. Phangler is my all-time favorite monster. It's fucking the worst monster ever on half its islands.
Alright, I saw 2 votes Sooza. We're getting some mega uber important ones.
Sooza is a very, very good sound. It has its 2 tracks. Though maybe 3 actually, I'm not positive. But it sounds very good.
It's 3.
Yeah. I especially love it in the outro. It's really, really, really good in the outro. Well, the outro before Bisonorus verse. But it's really good there.
Sooza, just Sooza is what makes the song full. It provides that lower foundation to make the song not sound just like a bunch of clanging noise. It actually provides really strong harmony and just a lower half of just it's not bass, but it's it still has some meat to it that the song definitely needed. And I think Sooza is just It is just the icing. No, it's the cake. It is literally the cake. Everything else is icing and cherries. Like, you can't have the song without Sooza, like, just straight up.
Its sound font is amazing. Its placements are amazing. The chords it plays are so powerful and awesome.
Yeah, literally, the only thing disappointing about Sooza is the fact that it doesn't do this more often. Because they really, like, they had perfection on their hands, and then on every other future island they just kind of dropped the ball, and it's kind of disappointing because it's so good here, and it should have done more of this, and it would have been amazing.
Well, it's like the case with most release monsters. Sooza's animations are fucking incredible, and its design is adorable.
It is a good palm cousin. Hard to come by with one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, next choice.
Yeah. Next choice.
Oh.
First monster I saw was Cybop.
Oh. Oh.
Get down.
Hey, everybody, come on, let's go.
Come on, let's go. Why? Why? Literally, why? What neural activation in your brain said, you know what? Yeah, you know what? We need a monster that duets with Pom Pom because that's really needed. And you know what monster really fits that role? You know, the monster that has not said one English word in its entire lifespan. Let's make it Cybop. And we don't have a scatting monster on this island. It would have been really cool to have one, but no, we just have, hey everybody, come on.
Hey, come on, Ryan. Ryan, that's a half lie. You can't say Cybop isn't scat on this island.
He sure is. Listen, I hate Cybop so much on this island because he's like the fucking dipsters. You have him on the island and you just get used to him because this part is essential, but it's essentially bad, and if you remove it, it sounds so off-putting. So it's either you get shit or you get shit.
I don't think it's controversial to say Cybop is like right next to T-rox.
It's such a awful decision.
Conceptually is broken. I've talked about this before, but Cybop's whole identity isn't like the other monsters. It's not like he has one specific phrase like Toe Jammer or Dandidoo where he goes like doo-doo or bop-bop-a-doo-bop. His whole thing is that he's scatting. He is singing in a scatting pattern and like style. So not only did they screw up by making it sing English, which monsters shouldn't do because how the hell do they know English? The whole point is that they're in a different world. But they also double fucked up because by making Cybop sing English, Cybop specifically, you're stripping the monster of its identity.
It had the potential to be literally anything else. I think Cybop could have actually been somewhat useful in literally any verse doing fucking percussive scatting. Like, that would have been cool. But no, we get literally it plays fucking twice.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, come on.
Scatting is like, literally, scatting is just straight up like the one MSM like outside of MSM real source of like MSM-esque vocals. Like, it's like scatting is, I feel like, essential to the inspiration of what MSM is as a whole. So having a scatting monster feels really important and cool, especially when Cybop is like one of the best monsters ever. And then afterwards, when you just take away that aspect, it's like okay.
Cybop is so volatile. He's melody on some islands, and some other islands he's just like flourish percussive shit. Literally, you can't go wrong, besides the one thing that you can go wrong with, and that's what you did.
Okay, also, I will correct your miswording though, because you called him volatile, and he is volatile on this island, but I think you meant he's versatile.
Versatile, yeah, versatile. He's volatile, he's gonna fucking explode.
Okay, what's the next one?
We had the opportunity to do... first one I saw was Thrumble.
We're on a vocal...
From goated. He is a throat goat.
He's throated.
He is though. When Continent first came out, Thrumble was my favorite sound on the island.
His animations are cool, the way it stretches its necks around. It is essential to the flower. It is essential to the Flowerverse. It is the main thing besides Flower himself. It's a really, really good monster. It's a really charming. It's really cute. It's got a lot of great good stuff going for it. And also, there is proven fact that it is very versatile in the way I always commend it, because there are there's trailers where they use old versions of the continent, and it showed Thrumble able to fully sound good in like the Kayna verse too. So it's like, oh wow, proof that this monster is so versatile. They originally had him in a completely different verse and it works just as well.
Thrumble and everything duets well. I saw someone say Thrumble and Woolabee duet well, but the reason he's so versatile is because he duets so well with everything. He's not like the main melody, but like he kind of compounds everyone to be main melody.
You know, I will say I like the pattern going on looking at the tier list so far for like the top 3 tiers versus the bottom 3 tiers. And I feel like this trend is going to continue, but I mean that's just how it is. Okay, what next?
Alright. Next up, first one I saw was Woolabee.
Dog. Sure is SS.
This is the entire second half of the song.
Yeah.
He's the most unfair monster in existence, because his whole existence is to be fucking, like, everything. So to say he's not everything is just wrong. Literally, the outro, he is, like, the most busted thing ever, and his funny little, like, fucking track that he has in the Flowerverse where he's really low and has all that, like, banjo-y, twangy punch. Like, dude, this monster is, like, you can't
This
go
is
wrong.
the best Woolabee. Like, I think this Woolabee is better than any other one.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just like, because it's like, see, like with Cloud Island or Oasis, they have a consistent theme they stick with. With this, he starts off with like a super, like the only way I could describe his first track is just jubilous. The doom, 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 doom. It just sounds like he's having a happy banjo time in a swamp. And then he fucking somehow transitions into like this angelic, beautiful, like high do, 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 do. And it duets really, really well with like the Glowl verse as being good there. Then it plays in the outro and it changes. Like it's the same thing, but it feels like it completely changed again, just because it's just more of that, and it duets really well with everything like Sooza. It's just like perfection.
Yeah, it's such a like.
The D
This thing's a triple element.
The triple elements are goated.
Yeah. Fire popped off with those triples.
And the doubles.
Alright, what monster next? I'm gonna say the first one that pops up in chat. That's...
Damn it, I want to just shout monster name.
Oaktopus!
Yo!
Oaktopus S. No, A.
Not honestly. How was Oaktopus before he was changed? Was he the greatest?
No, he was worse. Because originally, so here's Oaktopus on release. And then they added a second half and just made him better with the and when you got the one, and that was added in the 1.2.0 update.
Wow.
But yeah, it is. It's like a one and gun. It's like a come and go. He just comes and he goes. It's like simple. It's quick, but it's not. It doesn't mean it's not banger.
This is a weird Oaktopus to talk about because you can't compare it to other Oaktopuses because he's just not Oaktopusy.
Yeah.
He's just kind of a new identity, but also it's a new identity I can fuck with.
It fits him though. It's not like it doesn't fit Oaktopus. It's just it's different, it's new, and it's still good, and it feels like a baby Oaktopus. And again, things like Oaktopus are what I love about Continent. He's a single one-off because he doesn't need to be more than that, and it makes it so you have this active living environment of a moving and breathing island. Things are coming, things are going, it's all homogenous, it's all flowing, it all sounds great, and Oaktopus plays an essential role to that.
Yeah.
I do agree with Hex that it also nails the baby aspect of Continent. It does sound like a much younger Oaktopus.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid top of A.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, first monster I saw in chat was Edamimi.
Edamimi is good.
Edamimi is awesome. Edamimi is so awesome, I learned how to play its track on the tambourine.
I don't know, maybe when Edamimi came out, a lot of people hated on it. Apparently they don't do it anymore, which is good. But because of how much it was hated on when it came out, I always will see it as underrated in my mind. I think it's like one of the most interesting, best percussive tracks on the island. It just sounds really, really good. It's like, it goes along really well in both parts of the song, because, you hear it in the Kayna verse, and it goes well there, and then you hear it in the Thrumble verse, and it goes really there. And then it has the more simple drone background track for the Phangler verse, so it's just all around providing a lot for everyone.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Edamimi is still not that liked, because earlier in the chat when we were talking about, I think Kayna, I saw someone say, yo, you need to talk about a garbage monster like Edamimi.
That's rude. Edamimi is definitely at least A tier.
Edamimi has the amazing justice of being one of the post soundtrack monsters to sound like it would perfectly fit into the song if it was in the soundtrack.
Hot take, it's like the only one actually, because here's the thing, honestly, just the bad era of Dawn of Fire started when the updates went from 2 monsters to 1 monsters, right? And we kind of been stuck in there since. See, you know what the first monster that was there? It was Maw, and Edamimi split into just one thing. Instead of them together, it's just Maw update, then the Edamimi update. Edamimi was... Actually, no, there's one other good one. But Edamimi is basically the only good one, and almost everything afterwards is just kind of bad.
Amen.
What?
You were mid-second sentence talking about Edamimi and Dawn of Fire release, and then you just left.
I left? What do you... it's the
call? Yeah, you crashed. Yeah.
It was great.
Well,
you were saying Edamimi and Maw had the split, and then that's where you died.
Yeah, and I said besides 2 other monsters, there's been nothing good afterwards. But yeah.
At least nothing good on the continent.
Well, yeah. Even then, not for the most part.
I would say Edamimi is above Oaktopus. It's one of my favorite percussive tracks on the island.
Alright.
I'll always vouch for percussion to be higher, since I'm the percussion person.
Oh, there's so many more goated picks. Come on, guys. Pick the good ones.
Yeah, alright. I'm looking in the chat right now. I'm gonna pick the first... Oh! Rootitoot!
Dude!
We finally get to talk about a good Rootitoot!
Listen, honestly, I really think that this island wouldn't be the same. We're talking about Starhenge, by the way, without Rootitoot, 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 Rootitoot. Anyways, Rootitoot on this island is what Rootitoot should be on every island, aka not garbage, aka top of S.
Top of S?
He's quiet.
Not
is
really.
He though?
Okay, Olivia, I can't put him in SS Plus because then I would feel bad for not putting Sooza in SS Plus, and I don't want to crowd SS Plus.
Okay. I mean...
Listen, have you heard this motherfucker in the medley? He's literally the same thing. They didn't need to change shit.
Literally.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. It means he's amazing, and listen, it's not like I'm saying he's bad, but I don't think it's crazy to say that Woolabee does a little bit more to the song than Rootitoot.
That's fair. But Rootitoot, at minimum, is like consistently going to be top of S.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's not going to be much that does better than him. But yeah, his melody is so good. Just the the timing of it is so well. Because they could have just done do 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 from the first half, but they have it just be like a slight do 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 to have it come in and it's slight difference. It's like such interesting timing. It's like it is a living environment. It's they're microing their songs and it's going amazingly. It's just so good.
Alright, first monster I see in chat.
Deej.
Flum Ox.
Yo, the original.
The original quad. The only quad in the game when the game was released.
Yo.
Listen.
Kind of
I love Flum Ox. I love its track, I love its voice, I love its design, I love its everything. I'll be the first one, but I'll still be the first one to say that this shit literally inaudible in the song.
Yeah. He's just kind of like, again, like he's in the same kind of spot as Entbrat, where it's just like, dog, you don't hear him. He's just more stuff that comes in the second half of the Phangler verse, and he was good when he came out, but now there's just so much more shit that he's just kind of been Plant Island Oaktopus. You can't hear him anymore.
I feel like he has to be the first one to breach the original release not in the top 3, because I can't with good heart say he's above B tier.
No, yeah. He's the same as Incisaur. He doesn't do anything wrong. He's serviceable, but he just doesn't add anything.
Yeah,
Flum Ox is not worse than Fwog. Well, at least you can hear Fwog in the song.
You mute Flum Ox, and the song doesn't really change. You mute Fwog, and you're like, oh god, no, put him back.
Yeah. Again, don't think of it as this monster is worse than this, because that's not what tier lists are. We're not saying that Rootitoot is worse than Kayna is worse than Rootitoot. What we're saying is if it's just if you were to remove a monster, if you remove Woolabee from the song, it's just going to be a bigger impact than removing Thrumble from the song. If you remove him, it's a bigger impact than removing Oaktopus. If you remove Oaktopus, it's a bigger impact than removing Flum Ox. If you remove Flum Ox, it's a bigger impact than removing this thing. And if you remove this thing, it's an improvement compared to keeping any of these garbage.
Yeah. Basically, anything in B tier you could remove and the song won't change. Anything in C and below you could remove and the song gets better. Anything in A and above you could remove and the song gets worse.
Yeah, pretty much. So what's next?
Alright. First monster I see a chat starting now. Barrb.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's Barrb.
She sure is. She sure is C tier.
It's pretty much just Scups again, where it's like, it isn't bad, but it's part of a problem. The only reason it's better than Scups is because it came in like the 7th update in the game, so it wasn't as bad back then. But it doesn't age well.
Why does Barrb exist? What is Barb's identity in the game?
It's Cactus.
To be Flower 2. I've always just seen Barrb as just Flower, but a little bit worse.
The only island where it feels like it has an identity is Haven. Because that's like the only island where I can actually focus on it and be like, oh yeah, it does something there.
I forgot it was on Haven.
Because, like, I listen to Cave Island, I don't hear Barrb. I listen to Continent, I don't hear Barrb. At least when I listen to Haven, I'm like, oh, I hear you. I can see the impact you have. What is this monster's purpose? This monster is useless.
It doesn't help that literally it is not one spin on an island that doesn't have lava.
Yeah.
And
It's
Flower is also consistently
it is
better on all
easily
three
like the most. Barrb is just the most like Lucky Charms without the milk.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not bad, but
Like,
why?
Barrb,
It's
I
Raisin
don't...
Bran. It's literally Raisin
Barrb
Bran.
is not bad. It's never had, like, I guess if you count Cave for loading up the verse even more, you could say it's bad. But, like, in a vacuum, none of its tracks sound bad. It's a serviceable monster, but it just is pointless. It doesn't add anything.
It's like a rose.
If you remove Barrb, all you'll notice is that you can focus on Flower more.
Listen, here's the thing. It's like taking. Here's the thing. Okay, you know what the difference between Barrb and Flower is?
What?
Flower is toast. Barrb is white bread.
Yeah.
I mean, some people prefer white bread, some people prefer toast, but
And
frankly, for me, I would prefer toast.
So some people prefer white bread, and other people are smart. Anyways, what's next? I don't want to talk about Barrb
Alright,
anymore.
first monster in chat.
Oh.
Starting now.
It's gonna be Bogart.
It's not going to be Bogart, it's actually going to be...
Bogart.
What? Okay, Dandidoo.
Do.
Dude, it's Flute Fly on Fairy Island.
Yeah, but this one's better than Flute Fly and Fairy Island, because Flute Fly and Fairy Island,
True.
like, he kind of sucks.
You're wrong, but this isn't about Fairy Island.
Dandidoo is good. I like Dandidoo.
Yeah.
It is the entire intro, and it comes back. It didn't have to come back, but it did, and it sounds good. It's, like, right above Fwog.
Yeah, there's not a lot that needs to be said about Dandidoo, because you turn on Continent, it's the first thing you're going to hear, and you're going to be like, oh, okay, it comes in, it doesn't overstay its welcome, now we got Mammott and Toadjammer duetting. Oh, this is a great song, I'm ready for the adventure that Continent is giving me. Dandidoo sets up the stage.
It also fixes one of Continent's biggest issues when it came out, there was no set starting point in the song for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, half the time you open the game and it starts with Glowl or Pom Pom.
The song usually starts... I'm pretty sure how it works is the song would start with the first monster that loaded in. So depending on how you arranged your island would be how the song started. Like, for me, the song started in the Flower Thrumble verse, which I thought was supposed to be the start of the song.
I thought it was supposed to be Pom Pom, but then afterwards Dandidoo solved all that for everyone, so that's good.
Yeah, Dandidoo is an important monster for the history of Dawn of Fire simply because it anchored the song starting.
Okay, what's next?
What's next? Sorry, next monster. First monster to see in chat.
Deej.
I see Congle first.
Who cares?
Congle
Which Congle?
has a lot of... I hate how, out of all of the monsters with, like, tons of pre-release history, it's one of the monsters that does jack.
It sure is Noggin, but like again.
But worse, because it has no personality.
What do you mean he does funny slap tricks on its egg?
I'm gonna do slap tricks across your face if you keep saying that.
Dude.
Look at his
Listen,
face. He looks like a cereal mascot for Milk Toast.
Cereal man for milk.
Listen, like you'd invent a new cereal called Milk Toast, and he'd be the mascot, and he would take a bite out of it, and he'd be like, "This sure is bread."
Oh, God. Congle is the entire song. I mean, if you mute half the percussion, I guess.
Calling Congle the entire song is like calling Wobox's idle animation the entire song. It plays the whole time. That doesn't mean jack.
He was in the soundtrack. I wouldn't have been able to tell though, because he's literally just Noggin. But again,
Noggin's more charming than him. Like, I guess you could argue his sound is better than Noggin. But here's the thing. I could either fucking take 24 hours to place this thing, or buy Noggin without having to wait because Dawn of Fire's cool like that. Like, what's the point? It's like, gameplay-wise, it's just such a disappointing thing to get. You're like, yes, I've worked all this time, and now, oh no, I can't hear him because I accidentally got 2 Noggins.
Granted, I will say, in a vacuum, he's at least, like, bottom of B, because he doesn't negatively impact anything. It's literally Noggin, it's at least decent. It's not gonna be a bad monster, because it's stealing from a good monster.
I mean,
no.
Listen,
Congle ain't it.
sound-wise, he's A. But everything to do with his release history, the way he works, and his design, it's the most punchable face I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's why it goes down to B.
Listen.
Its sound is A, it's everything else is C, it evens out to B.
Fine. I just don't like
bottom B.
There. Guys, look at our B and C tier. They're both the same colors. Orange, orange, blue, blue. White, white. Okay, next monster.
Alright, first monster in chat starting now. Toejammer. This one is the most, one of the most iconic Toejammers of all time.
Whenever I think of Toejammer, I think of the Dawn of Fire trailer, where it's just the logos appearing in time with Toejammer's do. And I'm like, bro, first off, Toejammer, any intro, a fucking goated idea. Second off, Toejammer duets with Mammott like how they're supposed to do. They're the guys. Mammott, Toejammer, they're like cheese and cheese. They're cheese, and you have the both of them doing their shit together. They're popping off. Toejammer pops off. He does only good.
Listen, here's what the duet is. Okay, Mammott's a cracker, and Toejammer's the salt on it. The salt's versatile; it can be used in other stuff, but it makes that cracker taste good.
Mammott's a cracker.
No, stop! You're gonna.
Okay. Oh, listen. You know what's the worst part about Toejammer though? Like a big nerf he got.
What?
So you know how he has like just a do. It's like a 8-second track, and this is his entire track, and it just loops over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Originally, he had a different track actually that was a lot longer. It was when the game first came out, he had a 28-second long track actually, and it was still just the same thing looping over and over again, but it was 28 seconds of it. So they really nerfed him. Okay, also, we're not talking about Toejammer without Mammott. That sucks balls.
Yeah, we can talk about Mammott next. I'm gonna skip it.
Okay, so Toejammer, on his own, top of B, mid A. But with Mammott, I feel like they...
No, it has to be A, because we said B was, if you remove it, you won't notice anything. And if you remove Toejammer, you're going to notice.
That's fair. Well then, yeah, Toejammer's definitely A. And then you have Mammott, who I feel like is S.
Dude, it's a Fwog, man.
He duets with everything. He duets with Toejammer. He duets with Kayna. He duets with Boskus. And then Guy is awesome. Is he better than Yelmut?
Yeah,
I'd say so.
I would say.
You know what? There, I'm not gonna separate Yelmut and Thrumble, so I'll put him above Thrumble.
I would say he's better than Thrumble anyway.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
right behind Kayna. But yeah,
Mammoth's voice on this
iconic.
island is awesome.
I think this
Can't
is.
go wrong with
I don't know if it's his best, but this is my favorite Mammoth. Like,
I don't think anything is gonna beat. What is our best man? Plant?
no.
Alright. So are we done talking about them?
Yeah.
Alright. First monster in chat starting now.
Deej.
Wink.
It's not going to be Deej, it's not going to be Wink, it's going to be... Quibble!
Oh!
Yo, we got a monster to join in with fucking Woolabee and them in SS.
Quibble's first track is like, okay.
Yeah, but then it's second track, and then it's...
No,
I don't
that's
even remember the track orders.
Okay, the first track is, what's it called? Yeah, and then its second track is the do, and then it goes into do.
Bro, how is this monster legal? They literally, like, they're
That's a-
doing shit
I have to
that,
go back.
like, like, that's
No.
like that's fucking something you'd hear out of like some fucking like orchestral 1600 shit with like the fucking like every instrument ever, but it's all put into a piano, and it's like they fucking like hired Beethoven on that shit. Like, hello? I didn't know we had a fucking orchestral composer from the Renaissance doing this shit.
It's interesting how one of Quibble's best tracks in MSM is when it's a baby.
Listen, Quibble. Wait, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. But honestly, this would be the best Quibble.
I mean,
Gold. It's hard to argue with Gold. They're both just like peak. They're both literally peak composition.
Yeah. Also, that guy in chat was right. Cameron Rose, whatever. Quibble's duet with Stogg is mwah. It's perfection.
True. This duet with Stogg everywhere is just gold.
Can you believe that Quibble was almost TL?
Ugh. Stop.
Like, imagine a world. By the way, Aben is the one that's controlling the stream right now, and he had to be which is why we're talking about Quibble for so long. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Obviously, this is going to be a very long live stream, so, like, there are going to be pauses and stuff, because everyone does have lives.
Everything here is a life.
Now, alright, here, while Abed's gone, in chat, you should talk about the tier list so far, and, like, if you weren't here earlier, ask, or, like, why is a monster where it is, or, like, do you think a monster should move down, do you think a monster should move up, and try to convince us, give us good reason.
Yeah. We're not the say-all, be-all in this. Well, except we are, but we're not. But we are. But I'm saying your opinion matters.
Yeah, like...
What we say is what we think, not what we...
This is just a collective 3 dudes on the internet just talking.
We're not fucking doctorate in music.
We're not the music police. We're not gonna, like, bust down your doors and shoot you in the face if you like T-rox.
if someone out here is like, yo, honestly, Barrb is my favorite monster, I like how it goes well with fucking Edamimi. Like, you know what? You kind of right on that one. But we personally do not see Barrb in that kind of light.
We didn't just put T-rox in D because of the sound font. We put it in T-rox in D because, one, its sound font compared to other T-rox, which you do have to take into account. Two, I don't think it was stated, but its design is really, really ugly. Three, the precedent it's set for MSM going forward and the care that they put into Dawn of Fire. And four, its placements in the song are really boring, and it gets drowned out by monsters like Drummidary.
Honestly, if you think about it, Deej is just T-rox, but makes T-rox just nothing.
I don't like what you said about Congle. There's going to be over 60 monsters. Could he really have done anything better? Yes. I've composed a lot of songs. I've composed like 3 different songs with 63 monsters on them at this point, and I never just give a monster another one's melody. It's not that hard. Plus, the song is like 4 minutes long. It's 3 minutes long. There's a lot of verses where Noggin doesn't play that they could have put Congle in. And like, they put Congle in some verses that Noggin doesn't play in, but like, why make it Noggin at that point? Just give it something else.
We had 31 monsters. Wait.
Right.
Hey, it's fine. We were talking about Quibble. We said everything we need to say, and then while you were gone, I was just talking to chat. And they were asking them if they thought anything should be moved.
All right.
Yep. That turned to us talking about Congle again.
Oh, they were advocating for Congle.
Yeah, because someone brought up the argument that there's going to be 60 monsters on this island. What else could they have done with Congle?
I mean, that's true, but like, doesn't mean it's not bad. Like, you're like, that's just the truth of the island. There, like, what else could you have done? But like, with there being no room, so you have to just stuff garbage into a bag. Doesn't mean it's not garbage in a bag.
Yeah.
It's just a sad case. Like, it's not like I'm saying Congle's a bad monster. It's Congle's fault that he's bad on this island. Like, yeah, I could see that argument. Oh, it was inevitable. I do think they could have done something. I don't know what. I do think they could have. But even then, if it is just that's just how it has to be, I'm not gonna rank Congle high for pity points.
Yeah.
But anyways, what's next?
Yeah. First monster I see in chat starting now.
Deej.
Bisonorus.
This is like the opposite. This is the opposite of Incisaur.
We have to talk about the final verse.
Bad.
It's the elephant in the room. We have to talk about it.
The idea of adding a new verse to the continent isn't a bad one, but the outro was basically perfect, and now they just extended it into this nothing part because there's nothing in there, and they're taking their sweet time adding anything else to it. So, like, I'm not saying it's inherently terrible and it's going to stay bad. It could get good with, like, because we have like 6 monsters that aren't in the game. But right now, when we're doing this, they aren't in the game. I'm not going to judge it based on what it could be. I'm going to judge it based on what it is right now, and what it is bad. And Bisonorus doesn't help. He's just kind of... He feels like
a droning vocal.
Yeah, the way he sounds like a baby sounds like the way like a YouTube video on fan-made baby Theramine baby would sound, which is like, oh, sure, I guess that's technically a baby sound, like, if you're not a good baby sound. It's just super simple, like, higher pitched sound. It's just like, eh.
It's weird, because with, like, Bisonorus' claim to fame for being one of the best monsters ever released in the history of MSM is the fact that on Cave, it has one consistent full verse-long track that's constantly, like, with peaks and falls of its own built into it. And then Bisonorus on Continent is like 5 notes that loop 4 times.
Yeah, it's not good.
One thing I like to point out about Bisonorus is its animation on Continent is fucking broken, because I talked about this when he came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I like the idea of having the top head be the echo, but they gotta do it right, because literally, the end of Bisonorus track where it goes, dum, 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 the fucking head, the top head does not fucking do the echo, he just stares at him like he's fucking traumatized, and no, there's an echo going on, do your thing!
Yeah. It's just good idea, poor execution, poor composition. So like,
Bisonorus is definitely an interesting monster.
he's the main melody of that verse too, but that's just kind of depressing because it's not that good of a. It's a subpar main melody MSM standard, and it's just a bad melody Continent standard. So like, I can't give him D tier. I can't.
No, he's not. He's like top of C. And pretty much everything in that verse is going to be top of C, because if you remove them, the song will get better. That verse won't be there.
See, here's the thing. I'm not going to go full top of C, because I cannot sit. I think Barrb genuinely is better than
Okay,
him.
that's fair. Barrb at least doesn't do anything bad.
Alright, so then what's next?
We don't hate Bisonorus. We don't. It's not that we don't like Bisonorus on this island. It's that we don't like we don't like the verse that it plays. The final verse, the verse that they added to fit these monsters. It's boring. I'm sleeping.
The song wraps up nicely, and they just gave an epilogue to an epilogue, and at that point, it's just dragging it on for no reason than to fit more stuff into it. And like, that's a like clear sign of, oh, we don't know what to do, so it just kind of sucks.
Alright, first monster in the chat starting now. Quarrister! I'm living Quarrister. This is the best Quarrister. I will fight anyone on this.
The question is, SS plus or S?
I'd say SS plus. This is like dead ass. One of my favorite vocals in MSM.
That's so rude to Sooza. Sooza does what Quarrister does in like 7 other verses when Quarrister comes in, and he's like, oh, and then you give him fucking SS.
Okay, you know what? I feel like Sooza should be SS plus. Like, I'm looking at the lineups, I'm looking at what we put in SS plus, and like, okay, here's the thing. I think S is like, if you remove the monster, it will destroy that verse. But SS plus is, if you remove that more monster, it destroys multiple verses.
Well, Quarrister only is in one verse, so he's just...
Yeah, Quarrister is the exception, because Quarrister is one of the best fucking vocals in MSM history.
True.
Phangler is also only in one verse, so I think that's just bad.
Technically,
No, it's just one verse. It's just the first half and second half of the verse. Listen,
one
here's how I see it. Okay, here's how I see it. S is you remove them from the song, it makes the song worse. SS plus is you remove them from the song, it makes the song worse, and they're also just like, okay, S is like, they're the best of the best. SS plus is the best of the best of the best. Now, I'm not saying I'm closing the discussion book on Sooza, because I'm not saying we shouldn't do that, but I will say that I definitely think Quarrister is better than Sooza. Because, see, here's my argument for Quarrister. Sooza's, like, sound is more prominent, but here's the thing. To be real with you, I don't count its track at all in the Phangler verse, because it's just noise, because there's too many other stuff in that verse. And it's like, even when it goes up, brrr, brrr, it gets super duper loud, like, nothing's happened. Like, you can't tell, because it's like Flum Ox and, what's it called? Enterprise. There's so much happening, so many other stuff doing the same thing. You don't really know, it doesn't really get to shine. It gets to shine a lot in the outro, and it does well. But then in that sense, Quarrister's like the cherry on top of the cherry. It's just like a perfect way to end things off. And you cannot tell me, like, just instrumentally sound-wise, that Sooza's sound is better than Quarrister's, like, genuine, perfect, actual choir, okay? If you try to tell me that, then you're fucking high.
I don't understand. Like, obviously they can do a choir like Quarrister, and they can do it really well, and then why do they not do this more often?
Because Quarrister isn't on any other islands.
He was on Party Island in the same update, and they went back to its sound font!
Because the continent Quarrister takes more effort.
I mean, it clearly did take more effort.
So why take the effort when you can just acquire mail.sfx, shove it in the FL, boom, done.
Fair enough.
You say that as if Quarrister's even bad on other islands. Like, they could have done it more, and it would be cool. But I also don't blame them for
he's not bad.
I don't blame them for not trying to go above and beyond with every single island ever, you know? That's just how you burn yourself out.
Quarrister is godlike. I even one of the main things about Continent that I wanted to talk about is how much I love Quarrister on this island.
Yeah, he's perfect. And he has also big meme material if you look at my old videos.
Yeah, where he's on Cloud Island.
Nah, not even that. Remember just putting together concept Quarrister and giving him legs?
I don't remember that.
I'm gonna show you an image and you're gonna forget it. You're not gonna remember it, but you're gonna laugh at it. And I'll do that after the stream because I don't want to pull it up because it could potentially be suggestive. Okay, what next?
First monster. Okay, I would do the first monster starting now, but I think it's obvious. People have been, 7 people have been spamming it for, 10 minutes now. Let's talk about Pummel.
I can't tell if you're joshing on that one, because I'm not looking at the chat.
The chat has been begging for Pummel for, 5 monsters now.
Pummel's first track doesn't exist. It's just it's inaudible. Even when the game first came out, it was inaudible. But that's okay, because its second track during the Thrumble verse is goated.
Pummel.
Plus, it's a tom roll. The first track, it may be inaudible, but it's a tom roll, and tom rolls are always goated.
Yeah, it's a tom roll, but they squeezed lemon juice in its eye when it was doing it, so you can't even tell it feels less like a tom roll and more like a tom slur, because it slurred its voice because I got a stroke.
Listen, I'm biased because the tom roll in Pummel's first track sounds like the opening to Town Square in Spyro.
I mean, fair enough.
Isn't Pummel's track literally just doo-doo, doo-doo?
No, it's...
Or is that different?
No, okay, Pummel's track is this doo-doo, doo, doo-doo, doo, doo-doo, doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. But here's the thing.
What track goes doo-doo, doo-doo? Because I remember that happening at one point.
Oh, you're thinking Shellbeat's fourth track.
Oh.
Here, I'll post this. I'll post it in the YSM.
Yeah, but listen, Pummel's actually really, really cool because he uses something that MSM doesn't use a lot, and that's velocity. It has just one note that has a lot more loudness and it's just doo-doo, doo, doo-doo, doo, doo-doo, doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. And it has so much energy, and it's so fitting for the Flower verse, because the Flower verse is easily the most energetic verse in the song.
Yeah.
I definitely think Pummel's A tier.
Yeah. Pummel's swag. Its design is ugly as shit, but it's swag.
It's supposed to be ugly. It's like the ugly duckling, but it never gets pretty. It's the ugly duckling, but he just turns cool instead because his design is genuinely sick in Dawn of Fire adult. Like, it's super cool. Listen, Pummel's also funny because it's a reference to the one ad where you have just dark blue, awful, single monotone Pummel.
Oh my god. I remember when there was just huge arguments. No.
Video's buffering.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's good now because I just got the thing saying like, OBS disconnect. I was like, huh? What? Oh, and then it said reconnected. Okay. There we go. I think we're good now. Anyways, Pummel is ugly. To say it's not ugly is kind of wrong, but it's supposed to be ugly. And I think there's a difference between ugly and good design, you know? If we said anything ugly was a bad design, half the monsters would be bad designs because they're supposed to be ugly.
Yeah.
Pummel is like a shriveled biscuit. It is not a cute baby. It's not supposed to be cute. It's a baby shark. They're supposed to be like...
It's a baby shark with a gigantic cork slammed into its face.
Alright, anyway, next monster in chat starting now.
Blab it.
Ziggurab.
Yo.
I think Ziggurab's sick. I think Ziggurab, like, this was the first time people had saw Ziggurab, and they got to see, yo, this monster's design is goated.
I think I put Ziggurab in a lot higher spot than most people would, because, like, whenever I think of consonant percussion, my first mind goes to Ziggurab. I feel like Ziggurab plays very consistently throughout the song, and consonant Ziggurab do be the best Ziggurab. And
Yeah,
it's just like...
I agree.
Because he's like the fourth monster you get in the entire game. And it's just like, he's the first triple you get. And he's just like, you've solidified him in your brain because you've had him for so long. That it's just, Ziggurab has become just a part of the song to you now.
His sound font is one of the most iconic percussion tracks in all of Dawn of Fire. His animation is so good. His concept is so good. Everything about him is so amazing. Like, realistically, sound wise, he's like Congle. He's like a B or an A. But like everything together, like, I don't know. I want to give him the top of A or bottom S.
I top of A. I think top of A works.
All right.
Yo, by the way, Ziggurab kind of goated in Pom Pom verse.
I mean, yeah. Pom Pom versus goated when it wasn't what it is now.
There's not a lot to say about Ziggurab. It's just a very good monster. First monster in chat starting now.
Sugarbush.
It's not going to be Sugarbush. It's going to be Stogg!
Really?
Yeah, we get to talk about Continent Stogg.
Finally, someone can go above Phangler.
And then there's the image of the fucking long text skeleton.
Yeah.
But I'll not be... Oh, actually, but I know you can go for literally hours about Continent Stogg.
It's the best Stogg in the game, to be honest. Its first track is so playful, just a do 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 do. It's such a good idea for an ARP monster. We don't have an ARP. That's not the kind of thing we have a lot, you know. Its design is really cool. It's a fucking dinosaur. Of course, I'm gonna love it. It's like it's so iconic. It's so adorable. Its adult is so cool. Its color scheme is amazing. The blue that the adult adds makes it so much better too. The fucking waveform on the side of its body is so clever. Like, even it got a Christmas costume where it turned the lights into like Christmas lights for the baby design. That was so cool. It's just like so iconic. Its first track is super playful, and then you have the second and third track, which are the most iconic things ever. Just the do 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 do. It's like they're so fast and so complex to where like there's like I feel like there's genuinely 3 layers to them with like the different notes like for the arpeggio, like just the different layers, and like instead of just doing like a concept like amp worm thing, it's like they like it's arpeggiated yet they perfectly planted a melody within the lower notes. So it's like doo 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 doo. And that's the first track. This is the second track. And the third track is doo 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 doo. It's literally just it's noise, but good in the good way. But it's also the bass line for the Phangler verse, and it's just like perfection. Like I don't think I would have fallen in love with Phangler if it wasn't for Stogg underlying him.
Yeah, I think like you absolutely cannot go wrong with Stogg. He is just like he's literally perfection.
Genuinely the best monster in all of MSM.
Like, I don't think anyone would argue that either.
He hasn't had a bad island, and he's been on like 7.
He is the most consistent monster in all of MSM, and it's not just that he hasn't had a bad island. He hasn't had an island, like, not a single one of his tracks on any of his islands have been nothing short of A tier at best, at least. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's either top 3 or honorable on every island he's on.
Yeah, no, he has been.
It's just
Stogg has the most consistent track record in MSM.
Like, see, when you have like someone like, oh, this monster's only been on one island and they're amazing, like something like Fwog, like they're good. They don't have the track record, but like to have it be a double element, so it's on so many islands and still keep that track record, it's just like that's impressive.
I see someone in chat saying Bogart, but like, yeah, Bogart is consistently like the best monster on every island it's on, but it's only on like 4 islands.
Yeah.
5 like, islands.
And it's not on as many islands, and even then, like, I don't know if I'd say Bogart has any low points. Yeah, he has, but like he Bogart's role changes, and sometimes his role is simply lesser, and that's not a bad thing. But on those islands, he's not as impactful. Like you couldn't say Tribal Bogart is top 3; that you just couldn't. But with Stogg, he's consistently he does it more often, and he tends to rank a little higher. So I definitely would consider them like about equal quality. But I think just the fact Stogg's been on so many more islands makes him more impressive, personally.
Yeah.
Anyways, who next?
First monster in chat. Shellbeat.
I mean,
that's another one I saw people clamoring for throughout the entire episode. So.
I mean, first S tier percussion, SS plus. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally perfect percussion. It is perfect for the entire like first half of the song because it's so iconic because the first Dawn of Fire trailer is one of the most iconic MSM trailers of all time because you have the humba humba diddla humba as you go over cave paintings and Mammott draws and does it, and then you have the cool 3D shot, and then you have the most iconic moment in the trailer, which is just the Shellbeat's track going do do do, and then on the 4th beat the money sound effect playing and just playing the song Kayna verse, just like so good. And Shellbeat was the most iconic part of that. Shellbeat was the very first Dawn of Fire sound ever heard.
Bro, that's crazy actually.
It was Shellbeat has one track that is 49 seconds long.
Yeah, no, because he has his first track, which is just do 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 just like a constant hit to start it up. It's build up, and then afterwards that turns into one of the coolest percussion lines ever. With the do 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 do.
I like Hex's comment, baby Shellbeat walked so Cloud Shellbeat could choke and die and fall off and kill itself.
Yeah, but it also walks so that Cave Island Shellbeat could literally stand above the gods.
Exactly. Honestly, I think, like, okay, as a single percussion track, adult Cave Shellbeat's the best percussion in the entire franchise. But as an entire, like a story told within its tracks, that's what Shellbeat is. It's got so much to charm to it, got so much going on, and then even upon it did all of that. It did its job and then some. And then they fucking made it end off by just doing a little tom roll in at the start of the next part of the song, just do. It's just like, it's perfection. And its design is also one of the most goated designs of all time. It's so cute and great, and its fucking little toy is adorable with its stickers on its cute little stickers on its cone shell. It's just so perfect.
Yeah, and then the Phangler voice. The Phangler verse, the animation where it looks up towards the camera and it does that smile, like fucking my heart melts.
Honestly, this is too low. He's like above Quibble.
I'd say... Yeah...
How about that?
Yeah.
He's not better. I know I put Quibble above Woolabee in the first place. That was a mistake on my end, but yeah. Okay, what's up next? After this monster, only 2 rows left.
Yep. Ma was the first one I saw in chat. Ma, the beginning of a new era.
We went from Stogg and Shellbeat to Ma.
Okay, so who's next?
Ma. Oh. Well, okay, you have to talk about it. You can't just place it. You need to give them context. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a submarine sandwich.
Okay.
I understand you guys have a lot to say about Ma, so this should be fun.
Sounds good in the soundtrack. This isn't the soundtrack.
I was one of the first people to like not care about the soundtrack version throughout like Ma's fruition. So it was just kind of like I recognized the song for what it was before Ma without listening to the soundtrack. And how I envisioned it, the Growl verse was just, wow, it's Growl plays its thing, and then it's Wink and Yelmut doing their thing. It's like a nice little back and forth. But then when Ma came in, it's Growl doing its thing, and then all 3 of them kind of just clamoring all at once, and it kind of not being any sort of cohesive anything. And then so it's just like, I get that Ma was an intended part of the song, but also like I don't even know what it's trying to solve or do anything of anything.
So you're right. Here's the thing. You're right. I also think that in the soundtrack, it was at least serviceable because its voice track was different, and it wasn't just a jumbled mess of nothing. It felt like it had some substance to it. I still think the song's better without it, but it was something. And then it came into game, and it was like, what is this? It's nothing. It's just nothing. It's just nothing. It's just nothing.
It's nothing.
It's better than Cybop, I guess.
At least it's. I can't say it's not harmful because removing it puts Wink in light, but also like it's not a completely dog shit track.
That is not to continent standard, though.
Yeah. Especially for a monster like Ma, dude. Like Ma had the potential to be saucy, but they just kind of like.
Listen, honestly, here's the thing. Listen, this is the best way to put it. Plant Island Ma, he's saucy. He's got the sauce. Continent Ma, nah, he's sussy. Someone press that emergency button.
He's got the emergency need.
Listen, literally the only reason that I vote, like the only reason not to vote for him, what's it called, is to follow the advice of the one Chips Ahoy ad.
Wait, don't skip. You're gonna miss out on these snacks.
See, that's the only reason I didn't skip on Ma.
Alright. Are we done talking about Ma?
Yeah, should we talk about
All
Winx too, or just wait for chat?
We'll do it later if they want.
Okay.
First monster in chat starting now. Floogull.
Bro. SS plus?
Yeah. Above.
Is that even like?
Above Quibble or no? No, I
No.
can't.
No.
I like it more than Quibble, but Quibble's too important.
I honestly would put it below Quarrister even. Honestly. Actually, no, because it plays more.
Do. It does something again. Active living song, having it start in another verse so that it can transition right. Do, and it's also like doing two melodies at the same time and like having them be like different. So, yeah, da 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 da.
I mean, y'all know my opinion on Floogull at this point. It's my second favorite monster at MSM.
It's perfection.
I think this is the best Floogull.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm still partial to Cave.
I like Cave's banger, but I feel like this is the quintessential Floogull. It shows like perfectly what Floogull's capable of and leaves room to put it in anyway. Like you could have Cave Island, which stretches out Floogull's more serious potential, while you have Firehaven, which does the opposite and harkens more to the joyful nature of the track, because the track is everything.
Right. Either way, you get Floogull, it's a good time.
Floogull doesn't have a bad island yet, and that is good.
Floogull doesn't have an island where it's not in the top.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the question: what next?
I don't know. First monster in chat starting now.
Deej.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten like. Oh, I fucking jinxed myself! No!
What'd you do?
I was going to say I'm surprised we haven't had to talk about Tiawa yet, and the first monster was Tiawa.
Okay. Tiawa's first track is Scups tier.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything bad, but it doesn't do anything. Its second track is the same thing. It's just the second half is part of the first track. Its third track, okay. A lot of people like it and say, "Oh, it's an old concept Quibble thing. It's a really cool track, and it's a good composition." I agree. However, it was removed for a reason. That verse was a percussion break from the very, very start when this fucker got leaked in the MIDI for a year and a half before it came out. I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck is it doing in that verse? They're gonna fucking ruin it by making it no longer a percussion solo. It's no longer a percussion solo. It doesn't give the song a break anymore because it's just all constant gnish. So now it's just bad. And it's just bad.
I don't know why people like the third track. They're like, oh yeah, the third track is amazing. It's literally like the same chord and 3 notes over and over again. It's fine, because we have a lot to talk. We're gonna have to stand our ground, because, there's no, like, don't wanna spoil anything, but hot take, none of us like Tiawa. None of us. We all hate it. Tiawa's awful.
When it came out, like, first impressions are everything. And we were like, honestly, kind of nothing. But, as, like, you slowly just have it become part of what you think, it just slowly turns into, you know, honestly, this thing really does not have a reason to exist, and it should really just be removed.
Okay, let me say some clarifications. Tiawa's first track is good. Its second track is good. They are serviceable. They may not be our cup of tea, but I realize that they are good. They are good flourishes. They don't overshadow anything. Pair well with Mammott Kayna. It's a good track. And I like it. The third track is interesting. It makes that verse more full, but not in a good way. That verse isn't supposed to be high energy. It's supposed to be a break of the point in the song where you get a break. And they kind of make it... Oh, sorry. They kind of just make it so that, like, everything's samey. And not to mention, the transition from the Tiawa verse to the Thrumble verse now is really, really, really rough.
Yeah, before it was a percussion break, and then Shellbeat did his do-do-do to lead into it, and then afterwards, it's just, I'd hear that if it wasn't for the fact they added Cybop and Tiawa now. Like, both of them just ruined the percussion solo. And, like, another problem that I don't see anyone talking about, the velocity on that thing is whack. Yeah.
Hi, Abed.
Do-do-do. Oh, hello?
The stream. Abed. The
Hello?
stream.
It would be like, fuck.
Okay, wait. Is it good now?
It's good now.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Anyways, I was saying that Tiawa has huge velocity issues too, where it just gets, it has like parts of its infrastructure. It's like do 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 do. It's just like random parts are just way too loud for no good reason.
I'm gonna bring something up, which is just kind of composing 101, and I'm surprised people don't talk about this, but like, why does Tiawa have so much reverb?
I have no idea.
Like literally one thing that like every MSM tuber that makes fan-made islands and makes music will tell you is that too much reverb can be a bad thing, and I think Tiawa is the perfect example of that, because while his first two tracks are fine, the fact that they're so just drenched in reverb kind of makes that entire verse a little bloated and kind of muddy. Without Tiawa there, everything is perfectly crisp and like you can hear everything. But Tiawa just kind of makes it like you're looking through a foggy overcast, and it's kind of like, huh?
It's like wearing glasses 2 years that are 2 years old, and you need a new glasses and you haven't gotten them yet. But yeah,
Not to mention,
animation.
its design is awful.
Its design is atrocious.
Its colors are gross. Its design is weird. The way it plays is so fan-made looking.
Its animation, originally it was so broken and stiff that you couldn't tell what the notes were. It was not consistent at all. Their way of fixing it is to add a bunch of squash and stretch, which it just breaks it even more, because now it's inconsistent and it doesn't make sense, because it's supposed to be hitting malleable big wood boards, and instead they're rubber, so it's like, okay, how's that going to make a sound?
Overall, Tiawa is just a sad case of, man, you came at a bad time.
And also,
And I don't
the
think
third
you
track
could've-
was a bad idea.
Yeah. Again, first two tracks, I'm fine. They don't do anything, but I'm fine with them existing. It's the third track that tanks this monster.
And it's fucking Sex in the City.
Repeat fucking 8
Yeah,
times.
and then it's Gex in the city, because who's the next monster?
Alright, who's the next monster? The first monster in chat is... I haven't seen a new one yet. I have to sneeze. Thumpies.
Bro, at least it's not Mammott.
Half of it is Mammott. But yeah, I will give this Thumpies a bit of credit. It does something different. For once.
And what it does different is actually good too. I really like it actually.
Me too.
It's super simple, but it's good. It's like I think I'm gonna have to give it top of B. I don't think because I don't think it's necessary to the song at all, but it is good.
Yeah, it's like in the same place as Flum Ox, where like I really like the track. It's hard to hear, and if you remove it, you probably won't notice. But I do really, really like the track.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for blessing me for sneezing.
And it also does more than Flum Ox, so I'll give it above Flum Ox.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best Thumpies. I think it's easily actually the best Thumpy.
No, Abed, you gotta talk about the fact that Beta Thumpies, whenever it had the note at the end of its track to transition, no, it doesn't have that.
Yeah, I literally said that as a do. Yeah, it also had another thing where it also played with velocity, where it was like, because it's just do. That's what it is right now. But then it does that, and then it extends to the second half where it goes do. Okay, it's do.
Someone in chat saying you're praising Thumpies. What am I witnessing? It's almost like when Thumpies aren't just Mammott, they're actually good.
I don't listen. To be honest though, design-wise, fucking a crime. The fact they got rid of them sucking pacifiers. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you get rid of the best part of them? That's also a reference to Gooey, the baby Thumpies and Thumpies.
Yeah.
They got rid of the note.
Yeah.
Wait, do the Thumpies have their noses or do they not? I forget what
They don't have the noses.
Listen, it's okay. Their noses look like they could be removed with a stapler remover.
Alright. You want to talk about the next one?
Yes.
Alright, next monster in chat starting now. Sorry, I'm eating a sub.
Oh, is that people say Riff?
No.
People saying Riff? Oh, Rapatillo.
No. Okay, Hex said Riff.
I swear I saw Rapatillo.
Well, we're not talking about Rapatillo, we're talking about Riff.
Riff.
I know a lot of people hate Riff on this island.
I don't get hating it. I see it the same way I see Chiawa's first track. It's not bad. It's okay. It's manageable. It's decent. It's good in a vacuum. It kind of muddies up the water a little bit, but like it's not terrible.
I like its second track.
with certain monsters.
Its second track doesn't matter to me. It's nothing.
Its second track is dog water.
Where I don't even know how to rank it. It's like none of these 4 tiers.
It's really hard to rank Riff.
Riff is like he's good.
Let's be honest, he's B. He's B. If you remove Riff, you will not notice.
I mean, duh. Okay, I guess I'll put him right above Incisaur because he does more.
Yeah.
Okay. I do like its design, as in the guitar. The guitar being a toy guitar is cool. Everything else about it is ugly.
It's
got the bowler cut, or like the Beatles haircut.
It's a circle.
Its head looks like if you took off the wings of its head, it could be a Clarence character. Okay, what's next? Come on, Deej. I know you want
First monster in chat.
to.
Oh yeah, but you're advocating for Deej too. We got Deej.
Krillbee. Ooh.
Bro.
See, this is why I didn't put Rootitoot in SS+, because Krillbee is just better Rootitoot.
That's fair.
Yeah. Krillby's quiet, but like, it's not quiet enough. You can still listen for it and find the awesomeness of it.
It plays in two parts of the song, and it sounds amazing in both of them. It's got two tracks. It's got banger. The way things trill together is amazing.
It's one of the most beautiful, just absolutely blissful tracks in MSM.
It's also a really good design. It's like just a cute little thing. Banger.
Oh my god, I just listened to it again. It's so good. How is this monster allowed to exist?
I don't know, but what's next?
Oh my god, our SS tier is bloated. It's funny.
I'm seeing
It's almost like continent is goated.
I'm seeing a lot of pot bellies in chat.
Alright, hold on. First monster in chat, starting now. I wasn't looking. Waddle.
Yo, honestly, base pick. Waddle's essential.
Yeah, definitely essential. I'd say just like right under Mammott.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Waddle is such a... I don't know why, but to me it always sounds like such a different vocal. It feels very not MSM.
David, you did the track that doesn't exist.
That track doesn't exist. It exists technically. It's just like cut off.
No.
Like it's build up. It's essential to the intro. It's just like it's slowly getting faster and building up. It's really cool. Also, listen, you say Pummel, Waddle is the original argument of if this thing is ugly or not.
That's fair. I think Waddle's adorable.
Yeah.
Waddle looks like it should have a beak. And it looks like someone did a funny Photoshop edit where they got rid of the beak and replaced it with a funny human mouth.
How does Waddle duet with everything so well in that verse?
Because it's perfection.
Because it's goated.
I also like how when it starts playing, it does a pause between its first and second track, but when things start speeding up, it does both tracks back to back.
Yeah, it's called a living, breathing song that's constantly changing.
Yeah. Waddle is Donafire. Yo, I can kind of agree with that. Waddle is like, when I think of continent, usually I think of Waddle verse.
I mean, that's because it's just. I mean, it's like Shellbeat was the first monster, but the second monster was then Waddle, and Waddle was the first discernible monster because you heard it right away, you saw it playing, it showed it visually on screen, and it was there in base game.
I like Quasic's comment, Waddle Mia. Waddle's good.
Where would Waddle be if it was soundtrack Waddle?
The same, but like above Kayna. So just 2 slots higher. But then it'd also be soundtrack Kayna too, so it's just gonna be the same. Soundtrack Kayna is also goated.
True.
But what's next up?
Waddle was one of the first hybrids. I don't know. First monster in chat. What do you guys want? We got some really spicy picks still in here.
Shrub. Come on, guys. I know
there's a monster I'm surprised we haven't talked about yet. Like in here that I'm looking at. Potbelly. Potbelly. We're talking about Potbelly.
Whenever I think of Potbelly, I just think of base game Potbelly.
Oh my ears!
That's all I think of.
Oh, just
for those who don't know, if you joined MSM late, Potbelly, when it first was released, when Donafire...
Like, if you joined after October of 2015, that's not late, that's like 7 years.
Fine, whatever. When Dawn of Fire first came out, Potbelly was really loud.
There was no volume slider either. That took them a year to add the volume slider to Dawn of Fire, so it was just super duper loud, like thrice as loud as everything when it was in the corner of the island. You were zoomed into everyone else, and there was no way to fix it until they just manually turned it down. It's also another essential to that verse. It's not as essential, I don't remember it as often, but it is an essential.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's iconic.
So there's the whole build.
Pretty much all of the singles and content are iconic.
And I feel like...
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know what it is about its track, but I feel like this Potbelly, just like, it sounds like a baby Potbelly, but like, it doesn't really sound any different, but also just has that, like, it has that essence of it that just makes it seem like a perfect baby Potbelly track. I don't know what it is.
No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, its design is also really baby, like the way its tongue is sticking out and it has like that little curl on its head.
Yeah, baby Potbelly is stupid cute.
I like the way it's like tied to the stick
Yeah.
to keep it up.
Yeah. It's not S tier, but it's like right behind Toe Jammer at top of A.
Not to mention, it's not in a flower pot, it's in a planter box.
Yeah. A tattered up planter box. It's just the amount of detail I like.
Potbelly, I think Potbelly is a good A. It's not as good as the other singles, but like, it's still really cool.
Even
I agree with the placement.
Yeah, even then, there's like the last two singles are worse than Potbelly.
Yeah, fair. Next monster in chat starting right now.
Shrub.
Beetle.
Ugh.
Beetle's
Okay.
Bad.
I
Not good.
like it. I don't like it personally. I know that it's like not a traditional monster handler voice, but like just because it's garbage in a bag means it's still garbage in a bag.
I don't mind it.
La
I just-
la la la.
I think it's harmless, even if like the voice isn't a professional singer. Like, it doesn't do anything bad.
To be fair,
I
to be fair, with the outro, what even if you take away Tweedle, what melody do you even have?
Furcorn.
Furcorn. But I think Furcorn and Tweedle like are iconic together.
See, I forgot Furcorn existed on the sound, to be honest.
Like, I think Tweedle is... I don't know. I may be I may be alone on this, but I really like Tweedle on this island. Like, in a vacuum, it doesn't sound good. On its own, it doesn't sound good. But in the context of the song, in the verse where it's all, like, calming down and you have all of these really, like, very quiet and, like, emotional tracks, having just this childlike singing accompanying the really powerful performances it's beautiful to me.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
think it's
it's-
bad, but I don't think it's A. I think it's definitely like B.
I think it's a strong B. I think it's a strong top of B.
Yeah, it's definitely a definitive top of B. At the same time, honestly, I don't know if I could imagine the song without it. Like, you're just listen to this part of the podcast. It's just even here, Tweedle's like the main melody. So I kind of want to put it at bottom of A, right under Fwog, because I don't think I could imagine the song without Tweedle.
If we put Tweedle at the bottom of A, I would say move like Toe Jammer up to S just to make the tiers more balanced.
Then yeah, I'll keep it to bottom of B. Wait, top of B.
Yeah.
Alright, what's next? Come on, guys. Why haven't we talked about Snizer yet? Dude,
Alright, first one in chat.
they left out the entire Degen Snizer update and the Shrub
Snizer. They said Snizer. Hey, but you called it.
I mean, it's just Sooza, but even more.
It sure is our castle base. It sure is S.
Rip phone users though.
Just get headphones.
Its design is so good. Its animation is so good. It's like quirky and funny and cute and ugly. It's just like it also is very Lilo and Stitch reminiscent with like the way its mouth is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't say it's better than Sooza, but I definitely think they're equals.
Yeah,
I think
they do the same thing.
I think Snizer is the one redeemable thing about the new outro is that he actually, you can like hear him and he actually has like all to himself, unless you like, minus the like 70,000 like melodies on top of it. But I think Snizer has more now. That's a good thing.
Yeah, he's definitely S tier.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, honestly, I'd say in front of Sooza.
Alright, I'll go with it. Because he does play more.
Yeah.
Okay,
That and I just feel like he's more impactful.
It's so weird. We have so many goated ones and so many awful ones left.
First monster in chat starting now.
Shrub.
Wow. Snazer could be a Quinn, I agree.
Yeah.
Tring. Ooh.
Bro, I was just talking about how Snizer had the new verse to make him stand out, but literally Tring coming into the second half of the Bisonorus verse makes Tring like noticeable, and that's crazy.
You guys know me. I'm always going to be a Tring defender. Except for Haven, because it's supposed to be a boss on Haven, and that's when it really shows its weakness. But, like, Dawn of Fire Tring, I like it. It's really, really charming, and it's a triangle, and I like triangles.
It's like, it's not even, like, nothing, because, like, sure, you're paying attention to everything else, but, like, Tring comes in at times where you expect Tring to come in. It's not fucking Cloud Island and Snizer. Fucking Tring does its job to the best of its ability at just being a triangle, and I think that makes Tring good.
Yeah, Tring sets out to do exactly what it wants to do. And you
may
may not always focus on Tring, you may not even always notice it, but your brain will notice it.
Listen,
You'll subconsciously hear it.
Listen, he's got a banger design too.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's
I also like how the triangles. Sorry, I also like how the triangle's not on beat one. It has that little pause before it, so it's like a ding, ding.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I really like his gems too. But the real thing about Tring that's kind of disappointing, I feel like he could have done a little bit more. Cause like, imagine this. Okay, we have the percussion break verse, right? And then Pom Pom doing her both, hey everybody, hey, let's go. And then Tring says, hey everybody, come on, let's ding.
God damn it, I knew it was gonna be something stupid.
Come on, let's ding.
Come on, let's ding.
Yep, Tring's definitely basically top B tier to me.
I think Tring is one of the most overhated monsters in MSM.
Look at him. He can pick his nose with that finger.
Yeah, and then it's the Tring. Oh god, what was the fucking? There was an image where it was like Tring. I think it was Tring and Stogg. No, was it Barrb? I thought it was Tring and Stogg. Where it was just Tring had his finger up someone's ass.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember that.
I don't know.
I think it was. No, I think it was in the MSM game channel where it was like.
Oh, that's cool. Someone said bloat is the most overhated.
Listen, you know what Tring looks like in his PNG? He looks like he just picked his nose and he's staring at you as he's getting ready to smear it across your face. Anyways, what's next? And why is it Drumpler?
Oh, it was Kwon, Kozik, and Hex both instantly said it was Stogg. It was Stogg that Tring had his finger up. It was the monster book glitch.
Okay, but who's next?
Who's next? First monster in chat starting now. Drumpler!
Wow.
Okay, what's Drumpler got going? He's got his John Lennon haircut.
He's surprisingly loud.
I feel like I ask this every single time we talk about Drumpler. What does he do on this island again?
Okay, so he has 2 tracks, but it's weird how it works. So he plays his first track, and they're both in the Kayna verse, right? The first one's the first half. It's the
Hold on, let me listen to the continent.
and then his second track is the exact same. It's the first track. The first track plays again, but the outro gets swapped out for his second track, which is like 4-second song.
Oh.
It's honestly pretty good. It's not noticeable. I wouldn't like. It's just not noticeable, but it's not bad at all.
It's just kind of what Drumpler's known for. Drumpler's never really been like a monster for the spotlight.
I
Listen,
think
I
he's
feel
like right here.
I think the that he does in his first track is iconic. Whenever I'm like listening to a percussion track or just the Kayna verse in general, that part always sticks out to me for no reason. I'm like, you know what? That was banger.
I agree. He's good. Bro, B tier's getting filled out now because of him. But who's next?
I don't know. First monster in chat starting now.
Reading.
Glowl. This was the one I thought I was like, I'm surprised we haven't talked about Glowl yet.
Glow's ass.
Yeah, this is
Glowl?
the only good Glowl.
What are you talking about? Oasis.
Hey, hooey. Hey, hooey.
Why has Growl never done a melody ever again?
I don't know, because they're good at making bad decisions.
Not to mention, Baby Glowl's design is like infinitely better than adult Glowl's design.
For sure.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think Baby Glowl is better than Baby Waddle.
I agree. Baby Glowl was like scary good.
It's just iconic. It's banger.
It is so iconic.
It's another one of those cases where it's like you think of Dawn of Fire, you think of Glowl. Glowl's just that iconic.
Dude,
I'm
literally,
gonna
there
be
was...
honest.
What?
At this point, besides Continent, I always forget Glowl exists.
Yeah.
Glowl is like such an anti-MSM monster. It does not feel like it fits at all. I don't know if that's just me. I just Glowl is like the last monster I think of. But then Continent reminds me that Glowl is kind of good when it's done right.
Continent Glowl is so iconic that literally one of the test icons that they were testing around considering using for Dawn of Fire was at one point literally a Glowl icon for MSM, like Baby Glowl for Dawn of Fire. It was funny because it was on a yellow background too, and I remember very clearly. But anyways, what's next, boys? There's only like a few goated picks left. You guys are picking up there's thin pickings.
First monster in chat starting now.
Reading.
It's not going to be Reedling. It's going to be Sponge!
Wow, so Readling.
They messed up Sponge.
See,
Sponge does not have a reason to exist. Like, straight up does not have a reason to exist in this song.
yeah, he's kind of ugly too.
Why does he look like he's made out of silicone?
He looks like you could bite into him like Jello and just...
Why is he a sound font? Was your guy who could, like, was the guy who could whistle in the office not there that day?
Yeah, I'm just putting him in bottom of C. That's where he belongs. At the bottom of the C.
Not only that, but Sponge is freaking... When you listen to Sponge on his own, it hurts!
It hurts in the song, too. Who's next? Come on. I don't want to think about Sponge anymore.
Yeah, I don't... Sponge is awful. First monster in chat starting now.
Readling.
It's not going to be Reedling. It's not even going to be Reedling. It's going to be... Candle...
Candelabра's goated on this island, and y'all aren't ready to accept it.
Well, no, it's facts. It is goated on this island. But it was just such a different... I forgot Candelabra existed.
I'd say it's like right under Dandidoo.
Yeah, it is the outro.
It is a really, really good outro and duet's really cool with Quarrister, like setting up like an undertone bass, yet even though it's a high note, while Quarrister is like the main melody despite being the lower notes.
Yeah.
It's a banger monster. Honestly, Candelabra is one of the most overhated monsters. Like, it's garbage on Space Island. It's OP on what's it called? Party Island, and it's not amazing on Continent, but I'm not gonna say it sounds bad. It's a good melody and it's a decent design, and I think it actually is it's a perfect Quint in my opinion. Like, sound wise not really, but design wise it is perfectly what a Quint should be.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell what it is. I get the point of it. It being a candle is decently cool. Like, I guess you could say, oh, the adult overdone hips are too much, but like, honestly, I never really cared. It's just whatever.
I really like its animation on this island.
Oh yeah, with like the fire particle effects.
Yeah, and it's just happy. I don't know. I don't think elk buffering. It is buffered. Hey, Ben?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it's over. Candelabra is really overhated. Alright, so what next? Hello?
Wait, hold on. The video's not up yet.
It's not show up yet.
Hey, Ben?
Hello? I'm clicked on it, it's loading up. There, it's back now.
No, it's not.
It literally is. Oh, now it's buffering again. Oh.
Ew, I'm looking at fucking.
Hey, Ben, you good?
I'm just sitting here. I don't know why it's buffering. It shouldn't be. Okay, yeah, it's good now.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
No, it's not. Nope, it's back. Quality went down, but it is back.
Alright. So who's next?
Hold on. Okay. Stream's quality is back up. I just wanted to make sure. First monster in chat starting Bogart.
We at Bogart?
Yeah, we finally at Bogart.
Okay, well, here's the question. Above or below Woolabee?
Above.
Bogart on this island is like perfection. It's built up with its first and second, like its third track during the Phangler verse, whatever. It's not bad. It's Bogart. It's what you expect. It just sounds good. But everything before that is so good. There's the do 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 do. It is being like building up Mammott, and like since it's the do it has to come like it skips the first note initially, so it comes out on like the second beat, and it's like it's so perfect.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Bogart. Hype.
Bogart's just hype, yeah. So what's that?
I don't think anyone will ever argue about Bogart being absolutely goated. There's not a lot that we can say at this point. If you want to know why Bogart is broken, go listen to the Plant Island video.
Yeah.
Both fart. It's funny. Okay, first monster in chat starting. Okay, you know what? 5 people are spamming Reedling. Look what you started, Ryan.
Okay, I want a Reedling.
This is the ugliest thing in existence.
True, but I want to preface something by saying that the reason why Sponge has no reason to exist is because Reedling does exactly what Sponge does, but with a little bit more. Like, literally, if you listen to Reedling, it has Sponge's melody just kind of under it for no reason. It just has Sponge in it with the triplets. So Sponge is just nothing. He's literally nothing.
Yeah.
And the triplets are also mad annoying. It just kind of completely, like, I get it, but also, like, it kind of makes it to where, like, you had the Candelabra verse where there wasn't really much, like, rhythmically fast happening besides, like, Woolabee, and then you just kind of have, like, do 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 do, like, with Bisonorus literally, like, doing the most simple thing on earth. It just kind of doesn't work.
I feel like
I
listen, this animation is like probably the worst one in the franchise, right? Like, I feel like genuinely this animation with this abomination of a design and color scheme, like, it's like watching What's Up.
I want to punt it. It's so puntable.
I don't want to. I don't want to put it in D tier, but I feel like it belongs there. But I'll put it in bottom of C instead.
If we put him in bottom of C, we should. Sponge kind of has to be lower.
Fine.
Sponge sure is fun. It's just.
Okay, then who's next?
First monster in chat starting now. Boss baby. Boscus!
Yeah.
S. There we go. That's an easy S.
Yeah. It's the only. Guys, come on! This is the only good Boscus. We gotta give it some juice.
It is it's peak Boscus. It's the only Boscus. It is. Someone said Waddle's continent. Boscus is continent. If you're trying to tell me Boscus isn't the funnest thing on all of continent, you're wrong.
I don't know how Boscus is so good on this island.
He's
It
a
feels
silly
like
guy.
he was such a silly man.
It actually uses the, like, lip bloatering to its advantage rhythmically, which is actually nice.
Yeah.
It sounds way too good for what it is. It shouldn't sound that good. It's super charming. It's cute. It's got everything going for it. It's to be an amazing monster.
Yeah, I think Boscus is slept on. Yeah, even in chat, people are like, Boscus C tier, Boscus ain't that good.
It is
Bro.
S tier. If you don't think it's S tier, well, then you're doing yourself a service by watching this video so you can get schooled.
Alright, first monster in chat starting now. Noggin. Better than Tweet. I say top of B. Goggles bottom of B, Noggin top of B.
Alright, that works for me.
You can't talk about Noggin. It's Noggin.
I mean, it's good. It's a good percussion track. It's iconic. I like it.
I like how he plays the, like, kick part of his instrument by literally kicking his legs on the floor.
Yeah, it's cute.
Waddle's name is Waddle, but Noggin out here really be waddling.
I think he's great on the sound. There's no really way to express that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Noggin is silly. First monster in chat starting now. Pango.
Pango. Okay.
I don't know where Pango plays.
See, this is what I was saying when we first started and we got Scups. Where it was just, when we started with T-rox and Ryan was talking about how, there's gonna be just a lot of percussion monsters that do nothing, and I was like, yeah, and one of them is Pango. However, there's the thing that's good about MSMs, they have other aspects, and Pango is the most adorable monster in Dawn of Fire.
That is true.
Like, realistically, yeah, it's like D or C tier, but like,
I wouldn't say D or C, because like, it's not like it's bad.
It doesn't do anything musically. It's just whatever. It's not bad. I like it, but I barely remember what it does. However, it's like, here's the thing. Just on cute factor alone, I'm not gonna pretend I like Dandidoo more than it, because I don't. So I'm putting it in A tier above Dandidoo.
Fine, whatever, I'll take it.
Pango gets the special reward of having cosmetic impact. It's
I'll take it simply for the bell curve, because right now we have a perfect bell curve.
Yeah, and then someone's gonna say Entbrat, because the next monster is Entbrat, and it's gonna...
No, the next monster is actually... Fuck, it's Entbrat!
How do we talk about this thing? It's nothing.
He screams.
It's better than Gold Island Entbrat.
What was that noise?
No.
Nah.
It would be better if you like had a coughing fit.
No, you know what would make it better?
What?
Here. I got this. Oh god, I made a mistake making a new tab. This is gonna crash the screen, isn't it? Never mind.
You know, honestly though, Entbrat, I love its design. I love the baby design a
I like how
lot.
it swings.
Oh no, they're gonna see all of the channels I'm subscribed to.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, like Ryan Wilson, other channel.
Yeah, like binging with Babbage.
No, where is it?
Hey, bed, you suck. It's the first one.
No, this one's Cloud Entbrat. I did a one for Baby Entbrat too, but I don't know where it went. Whatever.
Baby and Breath 4.
Fine, this one works.
I don't know what this video is. How would...
Honestly, Entbrat kind of
Dude, that sound.
here because of the...
Yeah, you've convinced me, eh, but
There we go.
I can't hear the sound the stream buffer. What? Stop listening.
Okay, there we go.
No. Entbrat is like B, top of C, bottom B.
Yeah,
Entbrat
bottom
is-
of B. It's kind of
Entbrat's better
still
than
nothing.
Riff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not better than Flum Ox, though.
Yeah. Alright guys, what's next?
First monster in chat starting now.
Come on, guys. Clamble.
Deej.
Deej. Let's go. Best Deej of all time.
Yeah, this is the best Deej easily. Like, it's not even a contest.
Top of it, right above Ziggurab. Or is that doing a disservice? Is it S tier? Hello?
Yeah.
I don't know, because it doesn't play a lot. That's...
Stupid.
Oh, we're buffering again.
Yeah, he had a hiccup. I heard that one. Hey, but
Oh, I disconnected from my internet.
The stream is still up.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So yeah, my internet just disconnected for a second, but it wasn't long enough for it to shut the stream down. Anyway,
okay.
That's good.
who are we talking about again? Oh,
Deej.
Deej. So is Deej A or S?
Who's at the bottom of S? I'm not looking.
Bottom of
Yelmut.
S is Yelmut.
Oh, I still feel like it's S, but I feel like it's below Yelmut.
That's fine. It can be bottom of S.
Cause like, besides Shellbeat, I think it is like a really, really, really good percussion. Like the one of the best.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like the in the tray.
Yep.
I also love its design. Baby Deej is such a good baby design.
He's got a high chair. It's sick.
All right, who's the next one?
And his animations are great. He's like bopping his head.
Dude, I just realized. Listen, Baby Deej is also good because it's Boss Baby. Because that one time I made Baby Deej Boss Baby edit.
Alright, first monster in chat starting now.
Reptillo.
Pom Pom!
Really? Really?
Who? What?
Hey everybody, come on, let's go!
Rank this.
Oh, Pom
Pom
Pom.
Pom.
Listen. Here's the thing. To be honest, Pom Pom kind of A tier because can you have the song without Pom Pom?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Is it better than Oaktopus? Or it's bottom of A?
No.
It's bottom of A, but it's A tier.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't do anything wrong. Hey everybody, hey, let's go!
Honestly, Pom Pom's kind of overhated. Like, baby Pom Pom literally isn't even bad. It's not amazing. It's like nothing special, but it's not bad. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is iconic. Then who's next?
In chat, you said, can you have the song without Pom Pom? And like a bunch of people are just spamming caps, yes! And those people, they just aren't ready to accept the truth yet.
Listen, the truth is that Shrub is next monster, probably.
No, it's not. It's actually Reptillo.
Reptillo.
Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah. It doesn't do much, but it's...
Bro, it's the entire percussion for the Flowerverse.
No, I know.
Literally worse Deej.
Well, Deej doesn't play at that part.
He's Deej. If like, he's the substitute teacher for Deej.
Yeah, but he came like 8 months first.
Yeah, and listen, you're just not ready to accept the fact that Reptillo is just worse Deej.
Even if he is worse Deej, I don't even think it's fair to say he's worse Deej, because again, Deej doesn't even play it during the part that it plays, so you're comparing two things that never met.
I compare them based on the fact that they're both electric drum kits, and I remember one more.
Yeah, but again, if Abed was right, if you remove Reptillo from that verse, you're gonna be like, why is this verse so dead?
Yeah, Reptillo is still awesome, but like, I think I'm just saying it ain't going above Deej.
I don't.
No one was gonna argue that it's above Deej. Maybe.
I would definitely say it's above Pango.
Should we move?
Reptillo hit the B.
You know, honestly, I think I have to put Fwog to top of B because I don't think Fwog is that essential, and I want this to be nice and neat.
In that case, move Pango to the top of P. He's literally only on A because of design.
You're cringe now.
You can't say I'm wrong, though.
Fine, if it bothers you that much. Okay, so what's next?
No. I knew you were going to do something like that. You know what? You can fix it later if you want. I'm just gonna continue like nothing happened. First monster chat starting now. Furcorn.
Dude,
Furcorn.
Furcorn's good.
he's iconic.
Yeah.
The song isn't the
He's a
same
really
without him.
No, it is not at all.
Furcorn's loud as shit.
Yeah, he is.
Furcorn is tiny and small.
I'd say he's like right above Candelabra under Dandidoo.
Yeah, I mean, all three of them kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dandidoo does it the best, though, because, like, Candelabra doesn't play as much. Furcorn's too loud.
And then what's next? Flower?
What's next?
Come on, guys.
First was Shrub.
Shrub was soundtrack, right?
Yeah. I think Shrub is goated on this island, I'm gonna be honest.
I agree.
I don't really have an opinion on Shrub. He's like fucking. He's like Congle to me. Not in like a negative way, but just in like a he kind of exists way.
I like
I don't know,
him.
I remember when Shrub came out. When Shrub came out, I was like, yo, usually I don't give a shit about Shrub, but like, he do stuff on this island. I notice him. And he plays a lot. He plays for a large amount of the song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's all of the what's called Kaynaverse and the Phanglerverse, and then I think he comes back in the second half too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, no, I definitely think he's like right above Reptillo.
Also, another thing I like is just its design, and the idea that the adult has such long legs, but then the baby just doesn't have legs.
No, I think it's scary though, just because I'm pretty sure the way it works is that the pot, it's not in a pot. The pot is its legs, so it just grows up and
right.
the pot turns into legs, and that's scary.
Ew.
Yeah. Where did you put Clamble A? Yeah, I can agree with that. How many monsters do we have left?
3, Flower, Wink, and Clamble.
First monster chat starting now. Wink.
Dude, I'm an advocator for Wink. Wink fucks on this. Like the way he like melds into the like next bar in the way like just everything about him is catchy and interesting, and I like Baby Warb way more than Baby Wink, way more than Adult Wink.
Listen,
He's just
here's
a
the thing. Listen,
Blunder is nodding in the background like, good, good.
listen, it's more than just that, okay? Blunder is an active lobbyist for Wink, so I am not allowed to not put him in at least A tier.
I've always considered, I will say this every time Wink gets mentioned, but ever since the beginning I played Dawn of Fire, I've always considered the Glowl verse, a duet between Glowl and Wink, is just hey way, dump diddy dump diddy dump 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 diddy dump diddy dump diddy diddy. Like they both like play perfectly off each other, and it's fucking beautiful. Wink is god tier.
I really like Baby Wink's design a lot.
He's so dumb. He looks like something you'd see out of Disney.
Yeah.
Wink is a vocal, like the baby Wink is a vocal that sounds like nothing else in the game.
Yeah, he's unique.
Listen, I'm definitely putting him in A tier, and now we're gonna talk about Flower.
We are? Okay.
Yeah.
We have a legacy going. We have to talk about Flower next.
So, Flower, he is, like, it's called the Flowerverse for a reason. He's iconic. And he was even better before they changed him to this kind of neutered him, which kind of sucks. But, like, if you're gonna tell me he isn't, like, right next to Wink A tier, then you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, this flower is like the best flower, easily.
It's so weird, because, like, Unga, you can't, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, it feels like that, like, phrase could only work on the continent, because I don't, like, there's no, like, what if, or, like, anything where you could have Unga work literally anywhere else. It would just sound super off, but just baby flower doing Unga, and it only being Unga, like, an adult flower cannot Unga. He cannot do that. That would not work. He would literally be racist. But baby flower being Unga is perfect. I think that is the perfect phrase. Unga, greater than Hugachu.
Yeah.
It's perfectly handcrafted for baby flower.
Baby flower.
Flower's a weird monster. I've noticed that more and more, like, as we did YSM.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that leaves... Listen. Flower easy A tier, and you know what that just leaves?
Clamble, the first monster we talked about on YSM. And until Magical Sanctum...
The last.
For, like, this feels fitting. Because, like, Magical Sanctum and any Islands past that is going to be, like, a new era of MSM, really. It feels different. And it's definitely a new era of YSM.
Yeah.
So it's like closing a chapter of a book.
It's the perfect ending.
And just like on Plant, Clamble's kind of nothing on this island.
He literally plays like the entire song.
Yeah, and how many times can you hear him?
Literally, he's the uber banger beginning. And he has
I don't hear him in the beginning. I've been listening to the song the whole time.
You're like, literally.
Yeah, I like the crash. The crash, I like it. But like everything else.
He's literally doot. Like, bro, come on. He's literally.
I can't hear him.
You are literally deaf right now.
Bro, I'm literally listening to content in the background this entire time, and I can't hear him.
I bet it's Emerson Pokemon's island, and it's Clamble way off in the far corner.
It is.
Yeah, that's throwing to your Clamble's essential.
Yeah, listen, he also has his crashes, and his crashes are iconic because they're all...
I know, I said I like the crashes.
Yeah, no, and then he's even iconic in the Flower verse because he plays the first 4 beats of it and then stops.
Yeah, and then what about the history of Clamble and how he was like the most leaked monster for the entirety of Dawn of Fire?
He wasn't the most leaked monster, he was the most hyped up...
Teased monster, right? Sorry.
Yeah. He just had almost all of him teased in one way or another, and then he was nothing. But it's okay. He's not nothing though. I don't think he's nothing. I think he's decent. I think I still consider Clamble essential to the song. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clamble's
out.
Like, if you go listen to the soundtrack right now, you'll notice Clamble.
Okay. I don't know. I don't mind. I don't have an opinion of Clamble one way or another.
He is iconic.
That's everyone. We got people in chat saying we gotta talk about the airship.
First off, it's Skyship, and second off, listen, if we're gonna talk about the Skyship, he better make a new tier. It's F tier. Skyship F tier.
Okay, no, wait. Question. Wait. What are they talking about?
Aben, what do you mean?
Aben, have you never heard of the Skyship?
How
have you never heard of the Skyship?
What? Do you
have
not
heard
know
about
the Skyship? Any ranging?
Let's see here.
Let me look. I've just not been looking this entire time.
This kind of is... I like the dynamic of Continent, where it's like all of the monsters are the original half, and then all of the monsters below are the second half.
Is there any monster... Okay, literally, I just realized the only monster in the second half that's not in base is just Drumpler. 'Cause he's
And
the-
Flum Ox.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Flum Ox.
But like, Endbrat and below is like, there's nothing from the original.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Can we move Pango?
At least move Pango to the bottom of A.
Fine. Listen, if you're gonna do that, then you know what? There. Now it looks evener.
Well, hold on, I gotta wait for you to do it on the screen share. Oh, Tring? Oh, true, Tring move up. I live with it. I'm fine with it.
Now it's a
And
good
it's a-
bell curve.
Yeah.
Guys, the next person to say croc sticks in chat is getting banned.
Yeah, don't say croc sticks in chat when instead you just be patient and you know.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh my god, Seth, have you never heard of the croc sticks?
I've heard of it, but what does that have to do with anything?
Because he had a super awesome legacy of him being the hidden next monster.
No. I don't get why croc sticks is like lol funny. It's never been funny to me.
Okay, there, Olivia, happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. No, I'm not happy. It should be in D tier.
Fine.
Alright guys, we
Where's
all talk
the-
about continent as a whole.
Guys, wait, hold on a second. What? Guys, I've had like, why, there's like 50 people keep saying to do the castle base. Guys, there's no castle based on this line.
Guys, we gotta talk about the hipsters.
Like, literally the entire video, people have, like, been saying, dude, you gotta do the castle base next.
Okay, there, Olivia, how's that?
Okay.
That's perfect.
It's perfect, even though it ruins the bell curve.
No, it's like the Star Wars ships.
Can you, like, make the PNG really wide, if that's possible?
I can't. I wish I could. I've been trying to do that for other stuff.
Aw.
But you know what I can do?
What?
I can just fix the bell curve by putting more stuff in OK.
Alright, while you do that, let's talk about continent as a whole. And this is a lot. This song is a lot.
57 monsters.
We still have 4 more to go. Actually, we have like 6 more to go.
We have 6 more to go. Listen, the timeline, right? Where it's like before it has on release up to Ma, after Ma. And I think on release is like, okay, on release isn't fair because there's some things that came out like after release that just are needed, like Shellbeat and whatnot. But like the whole era before like Ma and like T-rox and all that, that is like, it is the perfect song. There's nothing that like you can say is bad. There's just like kind of like nothing things, but there's always the nothing things. But like everything fits beautifully. Everything is, it is like the most beautiful composition ever made on the planet. But then you get like everything after that, where like Dawn of Fire kind of started to like fall down the stairs and break his leg. And then you just kind of like, you have like T-rox and you have like Scups and you have like Cybop and you have like the outro. And it's just like, it is very clear that like the continent song was not fit for anything above like 45.
Yeah. This again, 2016 was peak era MSM, including peak era Dawn of Fire and the continent, and it's just been downhill since then. and this ride still isn't over. And if there's any, I'm not making any promises for Olivia's sake. I can't do that. But when more monsters get added, the chances are they'll probably get a tier list update and add that to put that on the community tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to change one thing about the tier list one for a moment.
What is it?
What?
I don't think Tiawa is the worst monster on the continent.
Oh no, this tier is in reverse, to be honest. It's supposed to be like...
Yeah.
Hey, but I just noticed the thrice screen, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clean up now.
Yeah, that's better.
There we go. And now this is here. I'm gonna screenshot it and post it to chat so that you could post it on like any community tab or pages you want, Olivia. And then afterwards, this.
Wait. We still have to do the island tier list.
Oh, true.
Oh.
I'll tell you I can send you like
just send me an
tier list that I have set up.
Yeah, just screenshot it, send
you an image and you can recreate it.
I don't have to recreate it. I can just edit the image, add images with OBS.
Guys, what about Strimes' ethereals?
What about them? Oh, that version of the continent?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, but what about what if ethereal monsters are on the
continent?
What about the version where it's ethereal monsters on and then you have old...
Dude, why do people want us to talk about the structures on continent? They ruined the game, that's my...
The structures are part of the musical experience. Are you saying you don't click on the diamond extractor and just have the diamond extractor track part of the song?
No, I don't. Alright, continent tier list wise, where do we put it?
Oh, I'm just looking. And honestly... above cave.
Yeah.
Like, under party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Kinda sad.
I told you to just, go into Tier Maker and recreate the tier list.
Fine.
Do fan-made islands? Maybe. I'll do some at one point, but not now.
Guys, what's your opinion on the totally finished Aquatherial Aquaria?
It's okay. Now listen, if I do a fan-made island, first fan-made island I would do is Undergunk Depths, because that's my favorite fan-made island of all time.
Bro, that's the hardest one to do.
What do you mean? It's easy!
No, it's like 7 monsters are in S and then 75 are in F.
Yeah, and guess what? You ready? Watch this shit. Boom. Ready? Watch. Boom. Ready? Top 5, because there's no bottom 3. Top 5. Number 5 is,
Griggle. It's Griggle.
No, it's not. It's Drungled Grug. And then number 4 is, Recitrid. Number 3 is Citrogen. Number 2 is Schmorglegug, and number 1 is Pluckishmuck.
How is one Pluckishmuck?
Because it's goated!
It's not as goated as the I don't know any other names, the one that's the backwards noise.
Yes it is. It's more goated, actually.
That's fake.
It's
Literally
the
fake.
base. The entire song is built on its base.
The entire song is built on the footy didgeridoo monster.
Oh, this is the islands. Oh no.
Ava, you could remove the continent PNG you downloaded from this.
No, I'll fix it later.
Oh, Seth, you can't even lie. The first fan-made island you have to do is Rainforest.
Ah, true.
No, what is it?
It's
It's
like-
Spark Island.
I like it when you search up MSM Islands. Or was that, what was that? Was that just MSM Island tier list that you looked up?
I thought the islands.
I like how my Encore Island best monster tier list is like the 5th result.
I like the icon for it.
Olivia, can you link it to chat,
Yeah, that's a
please?
pretty good icon. Fine.
Zamboni Islands.
Got Encore Island,
Ava, do the Encore Island tier list while I get this picture.
which Misfit is an S tier. Why is it like half?
Because I'm good at composing.
Rainforest Island is an easy S plus tier. Yo, Ava, this is based.
It's bait, hold on.
Hey, bro, we got Banshees in A tier.
I'm just placing them at random.
Yo, honestly, Solarm and Solarm. Dude,
None of these tier lists have Sanctum.
We don't need the one with Sanctum.
how we don't need Sanctum.
I found it. Well, no, I didn't actually.
I hope
Did
so.
I? Hold on.
I like how it said. I like how someone said, "I hope Celine is an SS plus tier," but we don't even have Celine's image yet.
Is this satisfactory?
Okay,
Continent in Amform.
I think this is the best we're gonna get, Ava. I can't find the Logan Peters one.
Just someone tag Logan Peters on Twitter.
No,
so-
just do this one. Someone said Bogart, or sorry, someone said Rift should be C tier because they cover up the trio of Bogart, Stogg, and Quibble. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, he covers them up with like a thin, wet paper towel.
I agree.
How does he cover them up? You can't even hear him when they play.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm not saying that it's like I don't think exactly with what they're saying, but the general idea, yeah, it's just oh wow, it's kind of worse because Rift just kind of makes everything kind of bloated. Tribal, plant, psychic. Psychic, for a second.
Oof. Where do we put plant and C? Stupid content image is still there.
Does Tiawa have a fourth track? No, it only has three.
Do 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 do. They should add Gajube into Dawn of Fire so we can put him in OK tier.
No. Because if you add Gajube to Dawn of Fire, then that means you have to make a baby Gajube, and how do you even do that?
You make him Prince.
You make him Prince?
Yeah,
Like the musician?
yes.
There, Olivia.
He's Prince.
Why is Coliseum even ranked on this?
They're
And
the,
Poser.
it's FJG plant and FJD cold, because that's the best we can do.
Oh, FJD's not on here. Fuck, I didn't even realize. Yeah, there it is. That's the tier list. I'm gonna continue trying to find the other one. But, I think that's it. Is there anything anyone wants to say?
Nope.
Covers all the bases.
Thank you all for showing up. Thanks for sticking around. This was a lot of fun to do. I am glad that we were able to do this. I don't know what the future for YSM is going to be. I don't know what the future for MSM is going to be, but hopefully we'll be able to do things like this more often. And I will post the tier list we made for Continent on a community post for anyone who wants it after the fact. But for now, I guess say goodbye, everybody.
Fare thee well. It has been a long ride. On to Magical Sanctum it is, I suppose.
Listen. Wait a minute. Okay, here's the real thing that you didn't even think about, you never even realized. We didn't fucking remember to talk about